Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we are continuing our practice for ProQuests that are coming up this weekend. I'll be in Roanoke on Saturday and then be in Knoxville on Sunday. Looking to take down a ProQuest and secure my invite to Amsterdam this time around in July. That'd be awesome. Really looking forward to it. I'm pretty excited about the events this weekend and just playing games, honestly. It's just still kind of like, I don't know, I love being in the middle of ProQuest season, so... Hey Ben, what's up, dude? It sounds like Domino's a real loser there, man. Yo, Logan, what's up, dude? How are you, buddy? Oh, Kyle, I am indeed wearing pants, just in case you're wondering. I actually updated the victor list a little bit tonight. So there's going to be a couple of changes. I really the only changes I went in and I added a third pummel. So I am excited. I'm excited to see how the third pummel plays tonight versus the let's see, against other victor. We want to go first. I cut the second pulverize, adding in a third pummel just as a way to like try and add more value with the tunic here. So we'll see how that works out for us. Hey Justin, what's up, dude? I appreciate it, man. It was definitely a roller coaster of a weekend after going 1-3 drop in the Battle Hardened and then coming a second at the ProQuest Plus on Sunday. It was a roller coaster of emotion to say the least, man. So I really appreciate that, buddy. It means a whole bunch. Hey, Fort. Hey, thanks for coming by and hanging out, man. You can find my list if you hit exclamation point. Excuse me. If you hit exclamation point deck or in the deck list or in the description on the YouTube stream, you can find the deck list in either place there. If you are looking at if you're looking to see the deck list, man. How much do I have to tip to get the pants removed? I don't know that that's possible. Carly might kill me if I do that, Logan. Oh, man, that's hilarious. Don't you think sleepers is a must? When you say sleepers, what do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by sleepers. We're 2 cards back into pitch stack here. We're going to be looking to try and go Zealous into Hammer if we can. I'm not sure what you mean by sleepers exactly, but so Saturday will be Star City Games in Roanoke, Justin, and then Sunday will be Knoxville for me. That'll be what I'm looking at this weekend. I guess we want to block Spinal Crush here, and then we want to give the Sink Below. We're going to take 4, but it's going to be followed by our own Go Again turn, so that seems pretty good. And then putting the Golden Sun, the Debilitate, guarantees that we're going to be able to have Go Again on our second turn cycle here that we're setting up for pitch tack, so that's pretty good. Just Hammer for 4 here. I think we're still going to give Sink Below just to play efficiently here. I don't really want to put the yellow on the bottom. Like, I would like to put this Golden Sun on the bottom here, but I think that this plays well. This plays too well with our hand here for what we're trying to accomplish this turn cycle. So we'll start with 5 Go Again here. Pretty good start here. Kyle said, damn good question, Logan. Dude, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, brother. I was like, man, I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. I feel like I haven't talked to Greg or really anybody in forever, man. It's been a hot minute since I've run into anybody, dude. 100%. Time skippers. So, I mean, Ford, I'm going to be honest, I haven't really tested time skippers a whole bunch. Like, that would be solely for Prism. Like, I don't think it's necessary. I don't know. Like, I beat a Prism earlier today, like, playing games without having it in the list. So, we're going to go cards 3 and 4 into the deck so that we'll have our first pitch stack set up here for second cycle. But I definitely don't know if it's, like, necessary. I beat a Prism earlier today without it, so I don't think it's necessary. On Saturday, just for reps, dude. Congrats on qualifying, man. What did you play when you qualified, buddy? That's exciting stuff, man. Let's just go ahead and block 5 here. I think this is okay. We'll take 2, go to 36. Tech plating in the Hammer. Yep. Pitching a red Macho Grande. Spiciness. Block 3, swing the Hammer. I think it's fine, and we'll just arsenal the pummel here. Knowing that we have the Tunic counter coming up here. Well, the Tunic counter's up this turn, but it's going to be up already for us here. So I haven't played Helldivers 2 yet, Logan, but I've heard really good things about it, dude. Like Kyle says it's awesome. I've seen a lot of people saying that like it's like really fun and it's just an amazing game in general. But I haven't really had a chance to play it or explore it yet. But I've heard a lot of people say it's really good, dude. I've heard a lot of people say that. I guess let's block 6 and take 2 here. We're also 5 cards into pitch stack at this point. We just put our 5th card on the bottom here. Time skippers, the game comes down to you racing their life total against how quickly they find the second ALS. I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong, Aiden, but like, I don't like, so what are people running to make it worth? There are so many cards in this deck that like there are so few cards in my deck. Like there are so few hands in my deck that I can think of that genuinely can utilize time skippers, because you have to have something that costs 3, not 4, 3, or you have to be able to keep all 4 cards. I do think I'm just gonna play it here. I mean, I think this is fine just to go ahead and push the damage. But I mean, you have to have like at minimum 9 resources or an E-Strike to have go again. So like, I don't understand how people are effectively utilizing time skippers. I would be more than happy to have somebody educate me on how that they're doing it all the time, but like from the world that I can see it in, I don't feel like it's just that reasonable to me. Like, I don't know, it seems very like tough to do. We just pitched 1 card to put us 6 cards back into pitch stack at that point. We're gonna block with Buckling Blow, take 5, go to 26, and then have a go again turn here. It's a pretty good turn cycle for us here. Thanks. First win in an event like that, of course, has to be all the way in Amsterdam. Dude, so Justin, that's kind of like my thing is like, I'm like, man, like Amsterdam's a long way to travel, but I'm like, bro, Amsterdam, like that's cool, right? Like it's cool to like get to like, you know, travel and see the world with a game that you love to play. Like it's a really cool and exciting feeling. So like I get that. I understand the difficulties of like having to travel a long way to play in like a big event like that. It can be like a little defeating, thinking that like, you know, it'd be cooler if it was in Atlanta, you know, or somewhere on the East Coast that we could hit pretty quickly. But you know, it is what it is, kind of thing. Fun 4-player co-op, we can link up sometime. I haven't played much of anything in a while, dude. Yeah, I'd love to play it sometime, man. Carly and I have talked about playing it multiple times, so we should definitely play it one night. We're 8 cards into pitch stack now. Tunic is not going to be up here, so I'm thinking what we can do is block 3, take 1, throw E-Strike for 7, putting the disable on the bottom, and then Arsenal the debilitate, knowing that Tunic is coming up the following turn. So that gives us a 2-card 8 to play here with a relevant crush effect. And at this point, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're still down 1 point on equipment here. They take quite a bit of damage there to keep their hand, which is terrifying, but I mean, that's fine. Like, it's definitely not ideal for us here, but I think it's okay. So what I'm thinking is that we give Crown and we give this. We take 5. We take 5, go to 20, discard probably whatever we draw, and then we throw the CNC pummel back. Or we throw CNC back, knowing that, like, we can threaten the pummel here, which is pretty solid. We can just, oh, it's, all right. So they got us pretty good right there. That was a pretty good line from them. We are not able to do what I want to do here, but we still do get to do this, which is pretty great, because it definitely looks like we have the pummel right here, considering how we blocked for sure. Still planning on opening up a breaking scales too. Oh, dude, you got a breaking scale? Bro, let's go. That's an awesome one to open, fam. That is an awesome one to open, man. That's really cool. E-Striker, CNC, and Arsenal. Pitch a blue for time skippers, blue for hammer, blue for CNC. So, I mean, again, like, we're still living in a world where you have to have 9 resources, like, which is very demanding. Like, 9 resources is very demanding. Is that it's just there to break you out of the LS loop if they find it. It isn't something you want to use, but a failsafe that makes a matchup better. Okay, that's fair. That's fair, Aiden. That's like a really like 100% way fair to look at that, like to look at that matchup in that card. That's silly. I do agree with you that like a lot of people, like we do get a lot of like the bigger tournaments in Europe, in the US. So like it is cooler to like see, so like it is cool to like see like some of like the tournaments being held in, I don't think I'm going to sync here, in the EU for sure. So that it's like spread out a little bit. Absolutely. Flip in ALS, you can time skippers to throw hammer and E-strike into an angel. So like there's definitely utility there that we could use it for. Like I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I like when people are talking about using I'm very surprised they kept Trounce in against us. That is very wrong in my opinion. But like when people talk about like using, we'll arsenal this. Like when people talk about using it, people talk about it so casually, and I'm like, okay, we all need to take a step back here. Like, this is not as easy to play as we all think it is, in my opinion. So that's kind of just where I'm coming from here, guys. Like, I'll text you. Got a drop. Congrats on the recent success in Fab, and good luck this weekend. Thanks, Logan. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for hanging out, man. I hope you have a good night, brother. I was like, let's definitely catch up soon, man. 100%. This hand is amazing because we're able to go Zealous Belting for 6 because of their mess up with the Trounce. 6 go again into the disable, which is like crazy value for us. Like this like just presents so much like crazy value. Also, the red disable has felt really good in this list so far with Tunic. Like I've really enjoyed the red disable. It's a card that like I think I slept on for a little too long in the Victor deck, and I'm a big fan of it here. We're up 8 points right now. We're still down on equipment, but we do have all of the tempo right now, so Tunic comes up, and then I think we're just gonna throw another red disable, and then we'll just like arsenal the pummel here and try to set up. We still have another pummel in our list somewhere we haven't seen yet, so when playing Prism on Arsenal, only you again some D-Reacts. So I don't even have in D-Reacts in the matchup, man. Like I don't even have D-Reacts in that matchup, but I do look to Arsenal go again cards quite regularly. That is something that I want to do for sure. Oh, John, you're not really late at all, man. I've only been live about 20 minutes, brother. You are right on time. You're just like a wizard. You're never late. You always arrive precisely when you mean to. Hey, Woven, how are you, buddy? Was too expensive to travel. So I get that, man. Like it's tough to. Sometimes it's tough to travel to other countries all the time, man. Like I 100% get that. It is not always as easy as people make it look to like travel for to travel for big events and stuff like that. I completely hear where you're coming from, man. I completely get it, dude. It's tough. If you were going that route, just run the potion instead. Honestly, Guardian can afford the time to find it. So I do agree that there might be like a reason for like playing like Time Snap Potion there. That might be like something that's like better to play. Would just be Time Snap Potion. Like there was probably like a very good chance that they had the Sync Below there, but like I think I was just gonna play that there. But yeah, I do really agree that I think the idea of playing Time Snap Potion would be better than Time Skippers, but I understand why everybody plays Time Skippers, because everybody plays Time Skippers just because like of how it's whenever you want it. It's however you need it and whenever you can put it there, which is like a lot of value. No, I don't really want to clash again. Like that's perfectly fine. I don't care about having a Vigor. Like the Vigor matters so little in my opinion. This is an interesting choice. My opponent just concedes. I was like, I think they realized that the game's just over there. Like, doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, their hand wasn't great. Like, it wasn't doing much. I think we really saw the value of Tunic that game versus Tectonic Plating. In my opinion, they didn't really use the value of Tectonic Plating to, like, put themselves on the front foot where they wanted to be. And so they just kind of fell behind because of it. So I think that we really saw the value of Tunic that game there. Hey, Bing, what's up, dude? Into Azuri. I mean, I can look right here and tell you how I sideboard into Azuri. So into Azuri, it's a Nothos. It's a Nothos Crown of Providence. And then I bring in everything that's not pummel and out muscle and just try to play that way. Although with the Tunic, I think we're probably looking at playing the 3 pummels instead of the 1. We're probably looking at playing the 3 pummels in that matchup, so I think that's what I would be doing in that matchup. Against KO, I don't think our game plan has changed very much. We are running the 3 pummels in this matchup just because, like, I think that with Tunic, we can get a lot of value out of it. So I'm a pretty big fan of being able to do that. Let's just go Chokeslam here. I think this is a really good play. Like, just being able to throw Chokeslam on turn 0. Yo, Holden, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? Okay, Reckless Swing. I was like, bro, there's absolutely no shot my opponent is just taking damage. 2 cards in a pitch stack here. I struggled to travel an hour for Battle Hardens. Wally. Dude. Oh, man. I think most people are pretty happy to only have to travel an hour to get to Battle Hardens. If I had to guess, that would be my thought process there. I think most people are pretty happy with that, but yeah. Yeah, so Woven, you can exclamation point deck and you can find my deck right there. That'll be a good place to find my deck. Hey, Josh, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? Man, Sand Street ended before your game was done. Yeah, so I ended up beating Brody in the quarterfinals, and then I lost to Levi in the finals. I got behind very early with some very early, like, endless maws. Like, we were playing the, like, block 2 cards, throw 2 cards, like, throw a card back, and, like, they had... my opponent Cass had 3 turns in a row of playing Endless Maw for 9, which was very good value for him at the beginning of the game, and I just fell behind, and I couldn't really catch up there. It was a good game, though. Cass played very well, and I was very happy with the weekend and the result there. The fact that my opponent just gave me Scowling Flushbag, just like I don't care how good their hand is, like, they've opened themselves up to CNC pummel the rest of the game. This feels very incorrect to me, but I don't know. I guess we'll see what my opponent tries to do here. This feels like a very big mistake to me. Looking at this, so let's go 5 here, and then we'll see what comes up after this. Yeah, dude, like, that's traveling 2 hours for an armory, though, man. Like, that's something I could probably never do. This game is starting like my PQ. Why? What happened at your ProQuest, Liam? I was like, bro, you did all of that just to roll? It's like, fam, there is no shot that you just gave me all of your equipment, did all of that just to roll. I don't think my opponent's very experienced in this matchup. I mean, I could say that, and then, like, my opponent could just, like, totally clown me here. I could just get got. This is for 10. I mean, I think we're just blocking 6, taking 4, and throwing the hammer here. I think this is a fine play, considering they don't have an action point. They did set up with Go again for next turn, but we're looking for a better turn than that to be able to use our Balance of Justice. There might have been some consideration to cracking our Balance of Justice there because they only have 1 Blood Rush left in the deck, and we're still at a pretty high life total. But I think just throwing the hammer here, knowing that Scowling Fleshbag is out of the way, sets us up for, like, a value trade in the rest of the game whenever we draw the pummel to go with our CNC and Arsenal here. So we're just kind of playing the waiting game until we find our pummel. Huzzah! 9 is pretty good. I guess we have to be careful that they, like, don't keep an Arsenal here. If that's the case, we, like, would be a little down for making our play. That would be not a great decision for us, I think, but they have 1 floating, 2 cards in hand. I think we're pretty safe to be able to give the Civic Steps here. I think this is a safe bet, and then we can just take 4 and see what they do from here and kind of move forward. No, we actually played an incredibly quick game when I played against Brody. Like, it was not like a long game at all. Like, I told like I feel like everybody's like came in and like made a joke about like Brody's like how Brody plays and like how long the game has taken, but like Brody actually played like an extremely reasonable pace. Like, it was like a very good game, in my opinion. So I think I have to go down to 23 here to be able to throw the CNC pummel and just try to get like a lot of value out of this turn cycle, because like the best case for me here is that my opponent gives 3 cards and a piece of equipment. or they don't block, and then we just get to like deal 10 to them and try to go forward with our next turn here. I think this is a very bad play from our opponent, unless they have like a respite or something I'm not, like no fear, something I'm not expecting. This feels like a mistake for my opponent because we take everything from them. Okay, I mean, that's a pretty good hit after not having anything there. Yeah, not bad from our opponent there. Not bad. Ride back discarded Blood Rush on turn 1? Dude, that sucks, man. You hate to hear that. Do you board out Trounce in the matchup or keep it in? In this matchup? Oh, I always take out Trounce in this matchup. Trounce is like such a trap in this matchup, in my opinion. It feels really bad. I just think that like Trounce is like such a feels bad card in this matchup here. I mean, my arsenal's not really worth protecting here, in all honesty, but like at the same time, I don't really think I can afford to like take a whole bunch of damage. I mean, I could block 8, take 4, go to 19, lose the Cranial Crush, throw Hammer, Arsenal, Sink Below. That's probably the best play I could make here, looking at the line. I don't know, there might have been some world where I'm supposed to like keep the E-Strike, but I don't think that's the case. The only thing that I'm really hanging on to here is the fact that like from here the rest of the game, they have 1 point of equipment block that they want to use, and we have Balance of Justice and multiple pieces of equipment that we don't care to give up here. I think Chokeslam is more relevant than the Golden Sun, although the Golden Sun is just more points. I think we can take 2 and then throw the Chokeslam here off Tunic. This is pretty good value for us. I think this is pretty good value for us here. Yeah, was somebody telling you that they don't like boarding out Trounces into KO, Justin? Because I'd be curious to know why they felt that way. Like, I'd be curious to know what amount of testing led them to believe that it is correct to have Trounces in the matchup, honestly. We draw into a Spinal Crush, okay. I mean, if I can give Disable and a card, or I guess I just have to give Sink Below. I could Sink Below the Disable, and then if I draw another red, I pitch the blue and the red to throw Debilitate, Arsenal, to Spinal Crush. Or if I draw into a blue, I can throw Spinal Crush. I don't know, like it really depends on like what we're looking at here from them. This does not have Go Again. So this is just damage. I think we're just going to play Sink, put the Disable on the bottom, and see what we draw from there. We draw into a Test of Strength, which is truly not great for us. I don't think that we can just keep the Test of Strength in our hand. This feels like a throw Spinal Crush hand. Force 2 cards from them. Try to like make their agility token not that great. Hey, Gray, what's up, dude? Oh, you were on the receiving end of that, so you were very happy? I bet, Liam. If that, I bet, like, when my opponent discards stuff like that, I'm also very happy, so I can see that, man. I can wholeheartedly see that. Let's go like this. Pummel's not looking great here. Putting the Pummel on the bottom here is not really an answer to my problem. I mean, this does have Go Again, so like there's not really just like a free answer to what we're looking for at this point. I'm just gonna Sink, I guess. I mean, putting the Pummel on bottom now or later, like, is just kind of like we're just digging further into our deck. Gosh. All right, well, at least he didn't hit like a Go Again thing here. That's good for us, at least. That is good for us, at least. Those Cast Bones have like been very good. Those Cast Bones have came on like turns that are really good, I feel like, for us.
Go. You love to
Yo, Dylan, what's up, dude? Yo, Mr. Nev, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us tonight, brother. Appreciate you chilling out with us. We got 3 questions we ask everybody the first time they're here. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? The hot dog toppings are kind of like a personality quiz that we have for everybody. So he has a 6 might. I don't think the agility matters here. I don't think there's a world where it ever matters for the agility token. Pitches a blue to play that, and then he doesn't have a one card that he could have, so the agility token is fine. I'd rather have the 4 block to like try and help me get through this turn here. And we know that he has a Command and Conquer on top of his deck. Swing big for a lot. I mean, I think this is the way to play this. Since we drew into a red, I'm just going to go ahead and give the sink below here. Just cover this up. We get a Quicken token. Not that I like really care about the Quicken token, but I think that's like where we want to be at right now. Think that's where we want to be at. Was on the value of their win was too good to take out, but someone else explained it as my ceiling is KO winning is potentially better than... Yeah, so that's like, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that. Like, that's the whole thing there, is like, you winning the clash is so much better than me winning the clash. Like, I'm just making your ceiling better. I wholeheartedly agree and stand behind the, like, whoever was telling them that is like an accurate depiction of how that goes. I wholeheartedly agree there that that's how that's played out, yeah. Oh, you haven't answered the hot dog question? Well, dude, let's hear it, man. Dijon mustard, ketchup, and sauerkraut. Sauerkraut's an interesting one. Feel like I've been hearing that one more and more lately when I ask that question. I've been getting that one a lot more recently when we talk about that there. And this morning, dude. Well, Gray, I'm glad that the stars aligned so that you could be here tonight, man. I hope that's a good thing. Generally, when people say the stars have aligned, that's a good thing. So, ear infection. Oh no. Dude, I'm so sorry. Dude, Slip, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I hate that you and your wife are sick, man. I hope that all turns around for the family, dude. I know that can be frustrating to say the least. So I hope that everything gets better for you and your wife, man. I'm sorry to hear that you guys are sick. Neville or Nev? Okay, I like that. Never played, just came across your YouTube. Game looks hella interesting. Chili, onions, and ketchup. Ooh, I've never put chili and ketchup together. That's interesting. But yeah, dude, no, Nev, I appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate you hanging out with us, man. If you get into Flesh and Blood, dude, it is amazing. It is an amazing game to say the least. I think this is an okay to give up some equipment to throw the chokeslam here with our tunic. I think that's okay here. But yeah, dude, Flesh and Blood's an amazing game. Amazing community and a wonderful strategy game to play if you like TCGs, man. I'd almost guarantee that you like Flesh and Blood, dude. The game is awesome. It's my favorite TCG I've ever played, and I say that having sampled quite a few of them over the years. So, man, welcome, and I hope you enjoy it, man. Yeah, Mario, I have dropped the Tectonic in the interest of trying to test... excuse me. I have dropped it completely in the interest of trying to test... in the interest of trying to test Tunic to see which one I like better. Yeah, that is wholeheartedly the case here. I think we're blocking with the pummel here. I'm not a fan, but I think we have to. Knowing that the other one is in our deck, I think we might just have to block with the pummel here. If I block Macho, Buckling, and Pummel, I get to throw Hammer, Arsenal to disable. And like now we're like kind of playing this like back and forth game where there's only one Blood Rush left and there's one Cast Bones left. Let's tell my opponent that we're thinking here. I mean, maybe there's a world where I'm supposed to block Buckling Blow, Macho Grande, throw the Hammer, Arsenal to Pummel, and like try to set up, knowing that I'll have 12, like I'm at 12 and I have some life left to play with, that I can try to set up for the Pummel. There's probably one more Reckless Swing in his deck. Most KOs have like pivot to two Reckless at this point. So we're basically at a virtual 10. Balance of Justice kind of helps bail us out from the last Blood Rush Bellow. I don't know. This is interesting. I don't really want to lose the disable, but I think that that's correct based off of our hand. I think that Pummel offers us more value in Arsenal than our red disable does. Personally, I think that's what we're looking at here, and I think that offers us more value. I don't know. I could be wrong, though. I'd be open to other opinions there. I was building my CC, but using Tectonic, and sadly, I don't have CNC. So I've actually talked to a couple of people. Oh man, that's a big Sag. I don't think nobody wins this clash here, so this is fine. I've talked to a couple of people who don't own CNCs, and like one of the things I've been telling people that they can just put into their list to help with that is just they can just add in red disable if they're not already on it. It's, don't get me wrong, there is no true replacement for CNC, but I think it's one of the best things you can find as like a, hey, help me out kind of here kind of thing. Also, I've seen some people playing Amnesia in their sideboard. I've seen some people testing with that card lately, so there's some possibility there for that to be a thing. Oh, let's go. We got 2 big hydrates going. I'd like to understand how Tunic. Good question. Woven asked, how does... Oh, they're pitching their Blood Rush Bellow here. Okay, what are we doing here? All right, hang on 1 second. I will answer your question in just a second, I promise. I mean, CNC Pummel is like what dreams are made of, and this is the last CNC in the deck here. This is a real tough decision here. So, without Tunic being up, we could attempt to crack a gold, knowing that this is the last Golden Sun. We could block Golden Sun Wallop, pitch Rouse the Ancients to crack a gold. If we draw red, we're throwing the CNC anyway and just waiting. If we draw blue, we get to throw the CNC and then have Pummel available to us. The only way that we truly get blown out here is if they have a Pummel themselves, which could be possible, but I've seen a couple of KOs like trying it as like a, hey, gotcha. But I don't think it's super common. I don't know. We're going to block 6 and see what happens here. I was like, I'm always like living on the edge of my seat that maybe like my opponent is like crazy enough to live in a world where they want to be doing that as well, where they want to be throwing CNC Pummel. This is insane value. Like there's so much value in this line for us because now we have the Pummel at our disposal. This is like so good for here. Snap through the blue. Absolutely. Absolutely. The store where we played the RTN at is called the Outpost. They did not get a Pro Quest. Holden, they did not get a Pro Quest. There is one in our area, though, called the Blue Post. So to answer your question, Woven, the way that the deck changes is Tunic lines up better playing with Pummel. Like, that's honestly the number one answer. Like, Pummel plays so much better off the back of having Tunic because you're able to play it off of, like, 2 cards. Or, like, you're able to play it off 1 less card in your hand. So there's just so much more value there. And like what you can do with it and like the utility that it has. And that's honestly, that's the biggest piece about it that I think that's the biggest piece for it. Wholeheartedly is being able to play Tunic. I also think it like kind of changes like the composition of your deck a little bit because like there are cards that play better with Tectonic Plating. The best example of a card that plays better with Tectonic Plating as opposed to Tunic would be Pulverize, in my opinion. I think Pulverize just naturally plays better. But you know, like it's one of those cards that like I'm still playing one of here. That's pretty good. So block, Wallop, Debilitate, throw Thunderquake here. Go to 10. We need to keep playing offense at this point in the game. I don't care to give up a couple of points here and there to continue to play offense because we're up on cards, we're up on life, and we're up on equipment as well. So we also know that the Blood Rush is 2 cards back into their deck based off the way they've pitched. So they have this hand, 2 more hands, and then they're going to have the Blood Rush. That also kind of depends on like where they draw and stuff like that. So we're keeping track of that last Blood Rush. The CNC Pummel also got the 3rd Cast Bone, so there's only 1 more power card left in their deck to play around. They're going to go to 3 to keep a 3-card hand here. Okay. That's pretty good. This feels like a good time to give Civic Steps. Just had a cord fall on the other side of my computer. Hope it's not one I needed. I say jokingly. Now the question is here, am I going to 5 to be able to throw Terra Sunder Hammer? I haven't seen them pitch a second Reckless Swing yet that I remember, so I think we're going to go to 5, throw the Terra Sunder Hammer, and then like play into that line here. I think that's the best thing that we can do here. I think I'm going to take the option you just said. Are you talking about the Red Disable? It's actually pretty good, man. Like I really like Red Disable. I've been using Red Disable like in my list, and like it honestly like it feels really good with Tunic, and it also like just I think it's like a decent replacement for CNC. Like it's not bad here. Do I need a pre-reg for Blue Post? Oh, dude, I don't think you need to pre-register for that event. There's also a big one in North Carolina on that day, so I don't think you're going to have to worry about there being like a lot of people overwhelmed at that event, but for sure. It is harder to pay for, Woven. That is 100% accurate. Now, don't get me wrong, it can line up with Tunic for you, but like the argument's kind of the same, but like the value is like just always there with the tectonic plating, and it's not always there with the Tunic. And that's kind of like the key argument there. We're going to throw 9 here. This does represent Tunic Pummel. Not that my opponent can never play around it with 4 cards left in their deck. They see the writing on the wall and just concede there. Yeah, 17 turns, but we were able to grind them out. I truly think that my opponent actually blocking with their flesh bag didn't immediately cost them any points, but I think it cost him a lot of points over the course of that game because of it. Yeah, I think that was tough. Oh, did we play Ludiful? So there's a lot of people's names are different on Talishar than they are like in the YouTube chat. So like I don't always know who I'm playing. But yeah, no, like I appreciate your game. I actually had somebody tell me the other day that like I didn't have any like Victor versus Azalea content on my YouTube channel. And I hadn't really thought about it, but I didn't have any videos. So I was like, you know what? Like, let's play against Azalea. Let's find some games. I think I played 3 games. And like, you know, like kind of like I just like out of the 3 I picked, I feel like I picked the video that I felt like, you know, like I could accurately talk about the most throughout the match and like kind of just talk about what had happened there. Thanks for explaining. Yeah, dude, absolutely, Woven. Happy to, man. Happy to explain it, brother. Absolutely, man. Yeah, the fact they had a non-block in hand like just kind of like ended that game on the spot there. I think we were just in a really good spot and we were going to fatigue them there. Yo, Dro, the big stink is in the house. What's up, man? How are you, brother? All right, we got a big hydrate here. We're doing a big hydrate, and then I got to use the bathroom, and we're going to take a small break here. So big hydrate first. All right. Whoa, excuse me. I did manage to win ours. Okay, so you were the one game I lost in the 3 games I played into Azalea. So it's funny because I still have our game saved. So I played 3 games against Azalea. I played one against the Ninja, who hangs out in the chat pretty regularly, and I posted that one because I felt like that game was really like neat and interesting, and there was a lot of back and forth where I was like both playing defense and offense. And then there was the game against you, Ludiful, where I also kept that game because I felt like that game was really good as well. I haven't done anything with it yet, but I have it there because I really liked our game, and I'm like trying to like see like maybe if I compare it with another video or like put something together with it. But I did really like our game. Congrats on winning that, man. I know it's a tough matchup for you. So as Azalea, so nice job. It was a good win. Victor into Vincent. I mean, Victor into Vincent, honestly, man, like, I feel like you're either like a really good Vincent player or you're not. Like, if I'm just being wholeheartedly honest, I'm going to run Null Rune Boots as AB1, and I'm going to run the Big Hammer. I'm going to run a Nothos and just try to run you over. Oh, excuse me. So the idea is just to play as much offense as possible and just be as aggressive as possible. Like I'm playing like the Zealous, the Rouse, the E-Strikes, Pummels into you. And I'm just going to use my blues when I can to AB effectively and try to play into like a bit of a more fair game when you give me that opportunity. But I think as Vincent, you have to be setting up those like 2 and 3 chain link attacks where you're able to throw like, 10 or 15 rune chants at me at the same time. You kind of have to play like a pseudo Viscerai game, I think is how you have to play that. But you're running AB1 and you have to like play like you have to play like as aggressive as you can while blocking out the big turns like Mauvrion Skies and just trying to stop damage when you can. Yeah, so I remember during our game, Ludiful, that you actually asked me at one point and said, did you have the pummel? Or like, because you overblocked to play around it and you said like, do you have the pummel there? And I ended up not having it. So yeah, no, it was a really good game. I enjoyed our game a bunch, man. All right, we're gonna take like a 2-minute break. I'm gonna get some more water for big hydrates. I gotta use the bathroom, and when I come back, we'll be playing Victor. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. Okay, short break, and we're back here. I actually finally took the time to use like this favorites tool and save my Golden deck here so that I can have it ready to play. When I'm just like, whenever like we're streaming and like I'm trying to like practice games and stuff like that. It's been actually very convenient. That's a really cool function that Talishar has. I'm gonna play some Yakuza while I watch. The wife got me a second monitor for my birthday. Dude, let's go. Slip, when was your birthday, brother? I didn't know that was your birthday like somewhat recently, man. I feel like I potentially missed that. Hiss. Into Kano. We just have to, so we're gonna go boots, balance, Anothos, and then we're looking at pummels, out muscles, zealous beltings, and we're going to cut the test of strength and the trounces here. I think we leave in the Golden Suns, even though there's technically not a way for us to generate gold. Yo, Daniel Cano Bravo. Hope I said that right, man. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate you being here and hanging out tonight. We got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're here for the first time. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings, brother? Tell me a little bit about yourself. I'd love to get to know you, man. We cut trounces and test of strengths because obviously they're Garbo in this matchup. And I think that the Golden Sun is better than playing... I think playing Golden Sun is better than playing... Pulverize in this matchup, so that's why we do that here. Same day as the PQ I won? Dude, when, dude, bro, I didn't know you won a ProQuest. That's awesome. Feel like you should lead with that, brother. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I'm also happy for your birthday, but, like, you should definitely, like, lead with, like, you won a ProQuest, fam. That's awesome, man. Congrats on winning a PQ. What did you win on, dude? And happy belated birthday, man. Sorry, I feel like I missed your birthday there, but happy belated birthday, fam. All right, we take 4 damage on turn 0. That is the downfall of going second in this matchup, but I think we needed to keep tempo here to like apply pressure. So let's start off with Zealous Belting here. I wonder if this is pitch stack Kano, or if this is just like Kano. Want to play against each other? After this game, yeah, for sure, Ford. I'm definitely down to play a game, man. I'm totally down. Wow, that is terrifying that my opponent just kept their hand. 4 cards into our deck. Not that it looks like it's going to matter, but... That was a lot. There was so much that just happened right there. Yeah, we're going to block 2 from the Ether Flare here. Let's throw Spinal Crush here. Not that Spinal Crush really does anything, but let's throw Spinal Crush. Seems good. Name is my real one. Got into Fab and a Welcome to Wraith. Needed to take a break and sold my cards for my mortgage. Here in Spain, we don't do hot dogs. Okay, so no hot dogs. Nothing wrong with that, man. I have learned that there are multiple countries in the world that don't do hot dogs like we do in the U.S. I have learned that recently, so that question has brought me, I feel like I've learned that, which is like I'm very glad. I feel more cultured because I know that, which is good. And well, dude, welcome to the game, man. I know you said you've been playing for a while, and I know you quit, but dude, welcome back to the game. I guess game's awesome, man. I love Flesh and Blood. It's an amazing game. And I mean, yeah, welcome back, man. That's like all I can say. Appreciate you being here and hanging out and subbing on YouTube, man. It means a whole bunch. Let's use Tunic, tap out, and pray we don't die. Because throwing Chokeslam for 8 is pretty much just us praying we don't die. I mean, from 36, we could be dead very quickly. The fact that they block 2 cards is fantastic. Means we have a chance to try and get them with a pummel here, potentially. Maybe. Not super likely, but possible. Possible. You never know. I kind of think we're going to take 5 here, because we can go Rouse. Like, I know that there's a lot of opting for them, but we can Rouse, reveal Buckling Blow, and Cranial Crush, and then throw Hammer with the pummel. Like, this feels very good for us. I mean, I guess we could just technically throw pummel here if we wanted to, but really depends on how they block. Or if they decide to not block here. I definitely should go for the pummel here. We're going to apologize to our opponent here. This is pretty telling to them that we have the pummel here, but we're still going to go for it. It's going to leave us access to AB2 twice, and they realize they have to go for it. Okay. This is technically better because it leaves us with more resources. Also, using the Balance of Justice here is like kind of insane. It's like we actually get like a lot of value out of them like having the tome on top to be able to balance there. What is this? Etherize? Negate target instant card? Huh. Interesting. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. So I thought you had said that you went undefeated on at a armory. I did not know that that was at a ProQuest, dude. Well, congrats, man, on going 7-0 at a ProQuest, brother, and qualifying, man. Are you gonna go to Amsterdam? Are you gonna go to Amsterdam, fam? Victor, Vincent, Dromai, Top Cut, Kasai, Dromai, Victor. Okay, so also answer this question for me here, since we're having this conversation. Is it necessary for me to play Time Skippers or Time Snap Potion? Be straight with me. Do I, in your professional opinion, as a Jesus, this is bad for me. I mean, I guess they only have 2 Ether Darts, which is cool, but in your professional opinion, as a Prism player, do I have to have time skippers or time snap potion? Talk to me. Every time you mention hot dogs, I want to go to Duchess. What's that? Is that a hot dog place where you live? Potion at Deja Vu is going to let them do some dumb stuff here. We're probably super dead here. AB2 twice is generally not enough to stop like major combo turns, but we're going to do what we can. You can't go to Amsterdam, dude. That's a big sag. I'm sorry to hear that, fam. I wish you could go. If I qualify, Carly and I are going, like almost assuredly. We need one of the time card skippers is better because you don't need to give up tempo to play it, and it's always there in case the loop starts when it's not ready. Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. I assume Toma Fandel off the top. Yeah, and to draw 2 blues. I assume that's what we're doing, and then we have a power card on top. I think there was a... Yeah, I think there was a flare or a wildfire there. And I assume that my opponent has like the wildfire or the ether there in Arsenal. There's the ether. I'm probably Omega dead here if I had to guess. Yep. My opponent's played a lot of Kano online. I can tell. I can feel it. Let's crack balance here. I mean, that's good. That's a big win for us. So we're going to pitch the buckling blow because they know about it. Okay. I don't know what just happened right there. I mean, we'll take it, though. Listen, that makes me 2-0 against Kano today. Call what you want. Maybe the old tides are turning for the old Victor deck. Probably not, but possible. Let's see. Time Snap can disrupt the loop, but is a little slow. Time Skippers works if you use it after balance. Gives you better resources to counter the loop. Okay. Letting Kano undo. And I'll tell you why. That's part to the deck to me. Is like, I know it sounds the main thing, but Kano should know their rotations. And if my opponent wanted to undo there with like some kind of malicious like intent, it would make sense to me, but nothing had changed there. John, was my thought process. They were undoing their Potion of Deja Vu. Like they weren't re-seeing cards. There wasn't new information. They were just re-changing how they put cards on top of their deck. And I think that, like, I don't know. I think letting them take that back there is pretty good. But I only loop draw mine the top cut. What is the primary destroy target in the LS loop side? Avalon if you can. Yeah, I mean, you want to kill Avalon and you want to kill the ALS, right? Like those are the two things you want to get out of there, the Angel and that. The Kano probably misclicked. That is probably very true about what happened right there. Kato is Schrodinger's hero. He's dead until he kills you with like 70 arcane. Bro, that's so true though. That's so true though, Mario. Absolutely, man. Ludaflor, you still want to play a game? You have to kill ALS, no choices? I mean, that's true. I don't really get a choice. I am quite literally forced to attack it. Oh, that is very true, man. Very true. 3-0 on the night, and we beat a Kano. I mean, that's pretty cool. We beat the Mirror round 1, we beat KO round 2, and then we just beat a Kano. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll take that. 3-0 on the night to start out here. Tunic feeling really good tonight. Also, Balance cracking us into a blue was like really good for us there. Not that I think it matters too much, but oh, did I miss one? Was it Fort that wanted to play? I'm sorry, did I miss one? Oh, it was. Dude, I'm so sorry. Fort, do you want to play a game? I completely forgot who asked that question. Yeah. Fort, if you still want to play one, man, I'll fire one up. I know there's like a delay for you guys, so I try to like be patient and wait to yep, he said yes, let's do it. All right, I'm gonna search for a game now. I'm in the request undo CC. Against Dorinthia, I want to go second, and this is Fort, so that's what we're looking for. All right, Fort, good luck, brother. Against Dory, we play the big hammer because it's all about go again. We do bring in everything that's not sink below, just in case he's playing the he could be playing the Great Axe, and I don't want sink below in that matchup. And that, oh, excuse me. Woo. I've had to be at the office every day this week to teach, so I'm like, feel like it's catching up with me. I haven't got to work from home this week. But the Pulverize is in here in case he's on the Great Axe, and we need to like try and play the Pulverize plan. Games I won through Arcane while I still had AB. First game had 2 Merciful. Second I had it was 3. Yeah, no, that is the one thing that's nice about you having the oh, excuse me. That is one thing to me that's nice about you having the Merciful Retribution out. I mean, don't get me wrong, that thing is like a kill on sight in my opinion, but that's one thing that's nice about you having it out is that I know we're just throwing the Thunderquake here. Yeah. Is that like you can't loop me if it's on the board. That's the one good thing about it here. That is the one good thing about Merciful Retribution. Guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. A lot of things y'all could be doing on Thursday, so I appreciate you chilling and hanging out with us tonight. I was like, no pummel available to us here. We're probably looking to sit on the pummel until we can try to like force the crown here. I mean, maybe we get lucky and Fort gives up the crown pretty early for us. Okay, so we now have... Is that a blue pummel? What? What? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, sure, James. So it can't loop when you have the Merciful Retribution out because it's the Angel is dependent on getting a card from your graveyard. And if you have Merciful out, it automatically goes to your soul, so it's not possible. Good question. Good question. I guess let's block Wallop. See what we have here. Okay. Well, I'm not super interested in just taking 6 here. So I think what we can do is block 3, throw the hammer for 6, and then pass. Seems like a decent play. It's like there's no way for him to swing the another hatchet here. So we're just going to overpitch to come in like this. And we're going to try to set up the pummel now that Tunic's coming up on 3 here. I would have loved to have had Tunic on 3 that turn because I would have blocked with the Golden Sun as my first card. And then I would have just taken 6 and I would have thrown the Disable for 13 right there, which is insane value. All right, Kyle, I will stand up and show you my pants since you're so curious. I'm wearing my pajama pants that I sleep in. Carly and I may or may not have taken a nap before I streamed. What? I said Carly and I may or may not have taken a nap before I streamed. You can breathe easy in there. We're now 4 cards into pitch stack. Ooh, that's another pummel. It's not exactly what you want to see. If we find a blue off of the Test of Strength, that's really good, but I do think we want to crack our gold to put the Trounce on the bottom. We do find the blue, so now we're 5 cards into pitch stack, and we just put a Trounce on the bottom. So we have a Trounce in our second hand, and we have a Golden Sun in our first hand. I think we're just taking 6 here. I know that like taking 6 is just like bad value for us, but being able to throw Spinal Crush Pummel and then Arsenal the next Pummel has a lot of value for us here. So... And then we're going to play the Pummel from Arsenal because it's been sitting there for a while, which indicates to my opponent that we've had it for a minute. So yeah. You sleep in pants? Yeah, dude, it gets cold sometimes, brother. I do sleep in pants sometimes, man. Why wear pants when the cam only shows the neck up? See, Ludiful and Kyle, y'all would be friends. So y'all should be friends. I feel like that's some stuff that Kyle says. Like Kyle says he like streams without pants on regularly. Oh, I don't know. Like most people like give me a hard time about it, but like I walk around my house with like clothes on, like fully clothed. Like I've streamed in jeans before, guys. Like I stream like sometimes I'm still wearing the khaki pants I had on at work earlier. Like I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I do that. Also, yeah, if you guys like Clash of Clans or you guys are into like mobile games, you guys should check out Kyle. Exclamation point Kyle in the chat quite regularly. All right, so we take away their entire turn here, and they can use the agility token with the tunic to throw it at us. And this is cards 6 and 7. We're now 7 cards into pitch stack here. I think that was a waste from our opponent to not make that decision there, but let's go out muscle. They're playing Pummel, so this could get stuffed here. I'm sorry, they're playing blue Pummel, which means they could have targets to actually stuff the out muscle here. I really hope that's not the case because we haven't seen one yet, but it could be in their hand. It's possible with blue Pummel. Literally in my underwear as we speak. Oh, you do put shorts on when you stream? I mean, I'm going to be honest, like, I think that, like, having clothes on when you stream is, like, I don't know. Like, it feels weird to stream without clothes on. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just weird. Hey, Gio, what's up, dude? How are you, buddy? Yeah, we made a couple of changes. I'm playing Tunic now, and I added in the third Pummel and cut the second Pulverize from the list. That's currently what we're testing to see how I feel about that. The fact that my opponent literally just took 12 is terrifying. So we're going to go card 8, 9, 10. So we're now 10 cards into pitch stack here. This has to be a... what's the Blade Flurry? This has to be a Blade Flurry, right? Like what else are they doing if this is not a Blade Flurry here? I mean, I think we're still going to block like this. Like there has to, yeah, I was like, this has to be like some kind of pump. They literally just took 12. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, I guess we could have blocked 6 to play around it, but man, that feels bad for us. Okay, we have to make a decision here. Let's let Fort know that I'm thinking about our decision here. So we're 10 cards into our deck for pitch stack. I can block Command and Conquer Disable and the Gauntlets here and block 8 pretty effectively. And then just throw the hammer back for 4. So I block 8. I don't really know what the point of blocking 8 here, though, is. I could block 3, take 5, go to 24, and then take 3, go to 21, throw Command and Conquer. And then... I don't know. This feels really bad. Like, maybe I'm just supposed to block 6, take 2, go to 27, and then take 3, go to 24, throw the hammer, and then go into the next turn with Tunic and Pummel, and, like, try to play into, like, that kind of hand. I don't know. Like, it's an interesting decision point here. Like, there's not really, like, on-hit get punished there for me. Maybe I'm just supposed to block 3? I don't know. I think we'll take 3 and throw this here. Here you're talking about streaming without clothes on. My girlfriend heard you and was like, who are you watching? Oh, Drew, that's amazing, bro. That is so funny, dude. Man, that's so funny. After we talked about it Friday in Atlanta, are you committing to going Tunic, or are you still a plate believer? So, dude, I'm going to be honest, man. Like, I love tectonic plating. This is card 11 into pitch deck. We're 11 cards into pitch deck. I love tectonic plating, bro. I tell everybody that tectonic plating, best plating in my opinion. I love tech plating, but I think that in the current metagame, you get so much value out of Tunic when you set the deck up that way properly. So I think that Tunic is the correct play. I love tech plating, but I think there's like a 95% chance that if y'all see me this weekend, y'all are gonna see me playing Tunic this weekend. I'm like, that's probably what we're looking at. All right, let's get somewhere with this Trounce here. All right, that's pretty good. With the Tunic up, that's like really good. We can block with the E-Strike here, which just kind of feels inherently wrong, but I don't know, it could be right. Oh boy. That's a lot. So pitch this to play the Zealous. Throw Pummel, throw Terra Sunder for Hammer, so it's a 15-point turn on the crackback here. So this is only... If we let this hit, he can throw Hatchet again, which is tough. I mean, I don't really want to block 9 here. Like, our hand is very good, and I'm not super interested in blocking. We could give the Civic Steps in the E-Strike here, take 4, go to 20, and then take 3 and go to 17. I think that's a pretty good line of play, considering that we know they can throw the Hatchet of Mind again. They could activate Bracers and throw it again off Tunic, then it would be us going to 16. But we still have a 15-point turn on the crackback here, and I just think this is too good to, like, pass up here. The meta's boring to you? I mean, to be fair, like, it's not exactly like this meta is, like, heckin' interesting or anything. Like, it's like, this is the Guardian and Warrior mirror, or like the matchup. Like, I mean, it feels like we have seen this, like we have been watching this matchup since Welcome to Wraith, and I think that's a lot of people's problems. I think that is a lot of people's problem with the current metagame, Ludiful personally. So I hear what you're saying. I just happen to be a Guardian lover, so this is a great meta for me. I also love that this is for 7 because of the double Might token. We hit a thunk when we were winning one of those clashes, which is like so awesome here. I am going to play it and force it out of their hand. Oh, I assume they had the Sink Below or something there. Normally they have the Sink Below. This is really good because, like, if they don't block, they go to 13. And if they do block, like, there's only, like... I mean, I guess technically with a Go Again card, they could have 2 game actions there, but... I'm tempted to say no blocks here. And go Rouse into Chokeslam. I mean, I think that's a really good turn cycle for us. Yeah, not blocking there, we kind of get rewarded a little bit. And then Bracers for 4, we go to 10. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's perfectly fine with me. We're going to pitch the Debilitate because we have to. I mean, technically we don't have to. We could reveal Chokeslam and Debilitate to get our 13 we want. Brutes are finally relevant. Meta is fantastic. It's funny how quickly people got tired of Brutes. Like, everybody was like, yay, like, Brutes get consistency and Brutes get some cards and yada, yada, yada. And then it's like everybody was just like, man, Brutes. Oh. Yeah, you do have to play a lot of D-Reacts in every deck. Victor, like, doesn't really play that many D-Reacts, though. He can't afford to, in my opinion. Like, I think that, like, Victor just doesn't have the... You just can't afford to be playing a lot of, You just can't afford to be playing them, in my opinion. Like, I just don't think it's really viable. We still have, what? A Test of Strength? And we have 2 Tests of Strengths. We put a Trounce on the bottom right for second cycle, and then we have 2 Tests of Strengths left. So we still have 2 cards to draw into that like feed us and like fuel our game plan here. Wow, our opponent went to 4 right there, really. I'm very surprised to see that. This is a very good hand to be able to block the hatchet with here. Yeah, let's break a gold and put theirs in the bottom. I was like, more than likely just gonna be that we this hand is just not great, right? Like, we can't really hammer here. Like, this is the one downfall of not being able to play tech plating. I think we just have to block 3 here. Maybe we're supposed to crack a gold. I don't know. Like, I guess cracking a gold like sets us up like for some kind of turn here. Yeah, sets us up for that kind of turn. That was a good draw. You love to see that. Better lucky than good, right, boys? Brutes needed some love. They did. Yeah, I think that Guardian like comes back out to like try and answer some of the warriors. I do agree with that, Justin. I think that's kind of how it has to be played. But yeah, no, I mean, I agree that like Brutes needed some love. Like Brutes have like needed love since day one, and I'm glad that they finally got it. Like wholeheartedly, like 100% honestly, I'm glad they got it. Like I don't hate on Brutes being popular right now. Like they have had their time to sit in the shade far long enough, and James White is like, no, we're gonna have some Brutes, and y'all are gonna like it, or you're not. And you're gonna cry the whole time. Okay, that's a pretty good start for me, considering how this turn looks like. Scabskins Seethers are weird, bro. I like that. I mean, it's true. Like, people hate on Scabskins, and like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I like avidly agree with your take on that. 100%. But like, I don't understand why those people hate on the deck. Hate on Scabs or like anything that the deck is up to. I don't think we've seen our other pummel yet, have we? Yeah, no, Mario, I 100% agree that like Brood is more complicated than everybody originally thought. Absolutely, that is 100% accurate. We can just throw Hammer for 6, pitching all 3 debilitates, which is horrible pitch stack, but like the other option is to crack a gold, and with only 1 gold generation left in the deck and all 3 Golden Suns, I don't think that's a good play. So I think we're just supposed to pitch all 3 red debilitates to throw the Hammer for 6 and Arsenal to Spinal Crush, considering we haven't seen our 3rd pummel yet, and that the Tunic is coming up. Or have we seen the pummel this game? Have we, and we pitched it early? I can't remember. Respite. Okay, that does require... they pitched Fate Foreseen. I figured they would have given me Tunic there. Hey, what's up, Melo? How are you, brother? Why the second block card wasn't played? What do you mean? Are you talking about on the first turn? Like why I didn't block with the Test of Strength? If you're asking why I didn't block with the Test of Strength there, that is because we are at the end of the game, and I want to be in a position where I have the capability to keep one in my hand, knowing it's the last one until I get the second cycle. It gives me the ability to block with 1 card and still keep 4 cards. Now, granted, the 4-card hand I was able to keep was like kind of mid, but it still gives me a lot of potential value for what I'm looking to accomplish right there. That's why, Nathaniel, to answer that question there. PayPal payments for the win? What? Oh. Yeah, that's definitely a Talishar hand, brother. That was not a great hand there, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. We do what we can. Sometimes it just be like that, fam. Sometimes it just be like that. I think we give Chokeslam here. The Scabskins are just an intimidation factor. Oh, man. I wish that we like had an extra card to be able to represent the pummel here, but I think throwing Spinal is like pretty good value in and of itself. Further up, did I miss something? I will say after my PQ, I made the investment on Marble Angels. PayPal. Oh, I see. I just missed the chat message there, bro. The fact that you bought Marble Angels is like kind of cool. What did you post like what kind of gold foil you got for winning your ProQuest? I was like, I know Justin told us earlier that he actually opened up a pouncing links, which is pretty cool. Scabs better than all. Yeah, I agree. Playing Scabs too heavily is just incorrect in my opinion. I am a wholehearted believer that that is the truth. Give this and throw 10 overpower. Not going to end the game more than likely, but still not bad here. Give up Tunic to go 10 overpower. Like, there's a very, very slim chance this ends the game. Because if they have even one reaction in their hand, they can block 2 cards from hand, Brave Forge Bracers, and Dynamos, and still stay in the game here from Fort. But there is some chance that we could close the game out here. The other thing we really have going for us here is that we still have Crown and Gauntlets to block with if we want to, which is kind of cool. So we still have some good equipment to block with here. Breaking Scales, not Mask. That's right. Sorry, Breaking Scales. Don't want to risk it. Something less value than the sealed gold foil. Oh, you didn't open it? Or are you just gonna sell the sealed gold foil? What do they go for? Like $600 sealed? Is that what I think that's what I've been hearing here. Peep round 1 battle harden. When I hit back-to-back scabs, you hit back to, like, what did you roll? Like when you say you hit back-to-back scabs, you like we rolled in 6s or something crazy? I mean, so Mario, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I think that there's a lot of value in playing a card like Beaten Trackers. I think like Beaten Trackers is a very good card, and I think it has a lot of value. Take 1, go to 2 opponent. Is that the last Blade Flurry? Hang on, Blade Flurry there, and hang on. 1 Blade Flurry. All the cards look the same, and I hate it. No, there's 1 more Blade Flurry. I think we're gonna give Gauntlets here. I think this is in a Gauntlets kind of hand here. We're gonna give E-Strike, and then we're gonna go Zealous into Hammer here. All our Go Again cards getting a lot of value here. Yeah, bro, we're playing games fast tonight. There, Daggers. We're playing games fast tonight. One of your friends is interested, dude. That's awesome, man. That's great, dude. There's definitely a lot of like value to be had in just selling them sealed. I think it's probably one of the smartest things. I open every one that I win, just because I enjoy. I thoroughly enjoy like opening the cards. Like I think it's fun, and there's like this like rush for me when I get to open my cards, honestly. Triple Talishar Olympia win? Bro, what? There's the last Blade Flurry. Outmuscle and the Hammer's better here, right? I guess technically we can go Golden Sun for 10, Arsenal the Outmuscle. That's just better, right? That's the better play here. We get to end up with an Arsenal this way. And then this is for like 10 overpower. And there's always the potential that this could end the game. Again, very slim chances that's the case, but possible. Take It on the Chin has so much utility. Like, it's such a good card. Take It on the Chin almost inevitably secures that we are not going to win the game this turn. Yeah, that's also true, James, is that like it's a really tough market to like sell to once it is opened. So like that's also something you have to consider. Red Stillblade Shunt there, so take nothing and then make an agility token. So yeah, I mean like it's definitely like there's a lot to think about there, like that, like you do have to consider, in my opinion. That like it is tough to sell once it's opened, I mean, I say that, you know, like I won that Centauri Saber at I won the Centauri Saber, you know, at an RTN, and like I haven't really been able to sell it or move it or anything. Had a couple, like, you know, people interested in it, but not really been able to move it. So like it is more like take it for the win, bro. They wish right here. I'm just gonna spam Bolton for the rest of my Fab career. I mean, dude, you play a lot of Bolton. That makes sense. Like, there is a pummel coming up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 5 go again into Hammer Arsenal the Command and Conquer here. What is this blasphemy? Imagine blocking 6 and then threatening 12. Any recommendations for a written Victor guide? Woven, are you asking if like I know anybody who's like made a Victor guide, like wrote one out that you could like look into or read or anything? Is that your question? I just want to make sure I understand here. I heard the calling winner of the PT won they sold the crown for 15K. Bro, that's absolutely nuts. Like, that's kind of crazy to think about, like, when you, like, really, like, boil it down. That's kind of, like, nuts. So, I mean, Woven, I mean, there is a lot of, like, good videos on YouTube about people that play Victor. Run That Very Noob, I think is his name. He is a fantastic Victor player. He has a lot of really good videos. I mean, obviously, like, I could sit here and plug myself, but I assume you're talking about people that aren't me. There are a lot of like very good people that play Victor, in my opinion. A lot of good Victor players out there. So if you're looking to, let's block here. But yeah, no, there's a lot of like good Victor content out there that people put out. Run That Very Noob is a very good Victor player. I like to think that my Victor content's very good. Only Run Very Noob, that's his name. That's who you're looking for. But if you're talking about like actual written guides on how to play Victor, I don't know anybody that actually has like a written guide on how to play Victor. I haven't seen anybody come out with anything like that. I've not seen anybody like have any written guides or anything. There aren't a ton of like written like articles in this game. I've learned like there's some, but there's not really like a ton of them. So it's tough to like, you know, find that kind of stuff if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, I have a lot of like, there's a lot of stuff on like Woven on my YouTube channel. If you put exclamation point YT, you can find my YouTube, and there's like a whole lot. Like I have a ton of Victor gameplay. I have a ton of like Victor like just like decks in general that I like really enjoy. Like there's a lot of like different gameplay I have on my YouTube channel. Oh, the pummel was next. Oh man, that was how I pitch tacked it, and I completely just played myself too. Big whoops. We have a thunk on top. There was no go again. I was like, so I could give up the crown here. I mean, we could just come in for 9 dominate here, like, and this is going to be fine. Like, I think this is still going to end the game here, but 9 dominate's pretty solid at this point. Should be enough to end the game, but I'm not sure. Adrian does make a good point. There is a Victor Discord where they do talk about a lot of stuff. I don't know if I'm able to invite people to that, but there is a Victor Discord that has a lot of really good information in it. I used it a lot when I started playing, so it is pretty good. Edward, I'm not sure if anybody's run Vambrace into Prism. I haven't tried that. I haven't considered that, but I'm not sure if that's something that people have been thinking about. So I'm not really sure, man. I couldn't tell you, brother, to be honest. Oh yeah, there's also the guide by Siphon TCG. He has a very good Victor guide, where like I can tell he has taken a lot of time and put a lot of effort into that deck for sure. All right, definitely wasn't ready for that. So we go down to 4. They are slowly inching ever closer to killing us here. Although they do have to give us 3 cards from their hand this time around, which is kind of nice. But yeah, no, I mean, like there's a lot of good content on YouTube about it. It's part PowerPoint. Is it really? I did not know that, dude. I like Siphon's content a lot. He's a cool guy. I got to meet him in Cincinnati. He's a pretty chill guy to like talk to and hang out with. Hold the line. All right, we're slowly getting there. We're gonna crown this away. Block 3, and then unless I am mistaken here, this should be the end of the game. The Terrace Under should be able to close it out for us. Fate Foreseen, take 2, and die. Yes. All right. Woo! We were able to close it out. 20 turns, but we were able to close it out there. Took us a minute there, but we got there. Fort gave that a heck of a fight there, considering that like Fort was behind a lot of that game. Like that was a very good like game, and like Fort was really able to like really hang on and like play the Dory value where like he's really looking to like get a lot of value off the turn cycles where we aren't pushing a lot of value. We did have a lot of turns second cycle that were non-pitch stack turns where we were just able to like throw multiple attacks, which were very good for us there. Best game all night. Well, thanks, John. I appreciate that, man. We should change the name of the Discord to the Goldmane Stables. I really like that idea, actually. That's kind of cool, Tameshi. Dude, you guys want to change something in the Victor Discord? You guys just need to hit up Taylor. Taylor runs the Victor Discord. Against KO, we want to go second. Oh, hey, it's Nick. Let's go. It's Nick. I'm still like back and forth about going first or second, especially with Tunic in the deck. I'm thinking that it might be better to go first, but I haven't really had time to like test that theory. So we're going to use this game to kind of see how it feels going first versus going second. Yo, Havoc, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? Think I should have blocked more early game? It's possible for it. I do feel like I got out ahead pretty early to start the game there, so I could definitely see that like that being the case in that situation there. 100% I could see that being the case. So, like maybe you should have blocked more early there. Pitching a Reckless Swing. All right, so Nick's got a Reckless Swing. He's putting back into his deck. Discards the Agile Windup there. I mean, we'll see what else he throws at us here. I think it's better to go like this in Arsenal the Command and Conquer here. I think this is a better play for us. I wish we had 2 blues so that we could be representing the Pummel here. But I still think that it's probably better to... I think it's better to just Arsenal the Command and Conquer. I would much rather Arsenal the Pummel versus Arsenaling the Command and Conquer. I think there's more value there for us. But it is like... I still think this is okay. Blocks with 2 cards. Surprised he gives us the runner there, but... So many in-person events? Dude, I get it, man. We got back from Atlanta... like at 1 o'clock, and then I had to wake up and teach Monday morning, so it's been a busy week, man. I felt that though. Is your Olympia Overpower Axe deck going? Randomly saw it on Talishar? Dude, Olympia Overpower Axe, that sounds like fun. Get down with a deck like that. Isn't Kasai just a better matchup into Guardian with the Sellsword? But Dory is better overall. So I think that Dory has a lot of so I think that a lot of people fall victim against Dory of playing. I think they definitely should have blocked with a Bonebreaker there. I think that was, I don't know why Nick blocks with Scabs. There's like, you should take the value off Bonebreaker when you can get it, in my opinion. Let's see, we're going to go 2 cards into the deck, Arsenal this. But I think that, I don't know, like, I don't think that, like, the Sellsword is pretty good. And I agree that does give him a bit, I think that gives Warrior a better matchup. But I don't know if Dory has a better overall matchup. Like, Dory probably just has better matchup into the rest of the field. Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably just actually the case there, John. So, Woven, I work in a... what are we blocking with here really quick before I answer your question? We could take 3 and go to 30 and then see what else they do here. That's pretty good for us. So I work in healthcare. I teach education on Epic at our local healthcare system. So I teach like a lot of like medical related stuff. They don't have an arsenal. So neither of the cards I have feel very good, which means maybe it's just correct to block 9. I don't know, like, if we block 3 and throw 9, like, that's a lot of damage to be throwing here. We could also give up the shield, but we already have a gold, so I'm not super interested in giving up that. We could just block Thunk and take 5, I think, to throw the disable here. I think that's fine. I think this is okay. Like, we're not really, like, major threatening anything, but I think throwing 9 here when Nick has an agility is better than throwing nothing, like throwing 4 here. So, oh my god, he's teaching med students how to play Fortnite on Epic. Bro, joke's on them. They spent 4 extra years of medical school just to learn how to be bad at Fortnite. Oh. Anything anyone sees is going to be played on Talishar by someone. It's like the Rule 34 of Fab. I love that. I mean, honestly, like, Overpower's not great. Like, wow, a 1 of down but not out? Nick's living on the edge. I like that. I do agree that, like, Overpower is, like, not that impressive to me. It has felt extremely mediocre. But I mean, like, I think that it could, like, I mean, I think Overpower will have a bigger staple in the game one day. One day. We just got to get there. Let's block 3. Okay. I mean, so CNC Pummel is not going to be very good here. Which means, like, again, I think that our hand is lined up in a way where I have to take 4. Man, I really don't like taking 4 here, but I think it's fine. So what we're going to do is I am going to throw the CNC here. We are threatening to pummel because of the tunic. I'm debating if Nick, like, doesn't give me fleshbag here, how I want to go about using this, because there is a lot of value in this. I don't know. There is a lot of value, and just lies do not give me the credit. Overpower is just the replacement for Dominate? Yeah, no, 100%, Justin. I agree. Like, I've heard a few people say that, like, Overpower is what Dominate was originally intended to be. I actually think that that is, like, wholeheartedly true. I think there's a lot of value to that statement, and there's a lot of validity there for, like, looking forward. Excuse me. I think there's a lot of validity looking forward there into the game, and how that's how like we're going to view. Like, I think that's very true. I'm talking too much, but I think that's very true. We'll see what else Nick gives us here. He could have a go again card. So this is going to be for 8. That's a tough decision. Do I crack the balance here? I'm going to tell Nick I'm thinking. I don't really think I'm supposed to crack balance here. Maybe there's a world where I'm supposed to give... maybe there's a world where I'm supposed to give Aura Mage's Gauntlets and then Sink Below, get my pummel back, and then throw the Debilitate with Tunic, Arsenal the pummel here. Instead, and keep the balance for like another turn here, because it's the first Blood Rush Bellow, and we also haven't seen any cast bones.
Freaking go. You love to see it.
MF Baby Kangaroos. What a name, brother. But thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate you being here and hanging out with us tonight. We got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're here for the first time. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Kind of like our personality question, in my opinion. I think that's kind of like what that's turned into. You guys can thank Drew Bolton McBroham himself for that. You guys can definitely thank him for that. We're going to refresh here. I think that I'm lagging a little bit. No reason to bottom anything. I think we're just going to take the value here that we have, get our pummel back, save the balance for another turn. We're now down 5 points. We are up on equipment, and we have a pummel to try and take advantage with here. We're just trying to play into a better turn here. Yo, Brim, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? Replacement for Dominate, because some classes can deal with Overpower. I mean, yeah, some classes can deal with Overpower very easily. Like, I hear what you're saying. That is not a good block with Bonebreaker there. I was like, no, that is not a good block at all, Nick. Don't block with a Bonebreaker. Okay, Savage Feast. Now, if you want to block with a Bonebreaker, it makes sense, but... I think you just need to block with 2 cards here, Nick. Take the value and just go on to the next turn if you're trying to play something better. I don't like the block with Bonebreaker there at all. I don't think that's a good block. I don't know. I could be wrong. He could have like a CNC and he wants it to be for 8. He does have a CNC that he wants to be for 8. I mean, we could give him the Quicken token here. I don't think that's a good idea. This probably feels like a... I think this is a... Wall up, debilitate, command and conquer, and then throw the hammer kind of turn. I think this is just a block efficiently and play into the next... and just play into the next turn cycle here, I think is the better play here. Yes, I definitely prefer Anathos over Little Hammer and the Dory. Yo, let's go. Kangaroos with that Prime sub. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. A lot of great people you could share that with every month, so I really appreciate you sharing that with me, fam. It means a whole bunch. I think we're gonna give the value of Civic Steps here. We could get punished if this is a Savage Feast. There is a possibility that we get punished here, but the odds are, again, very slim that we get punished by this. Yo, Robert, what's up, dude? Hey, King, what's going on, man? How are you guys? I just don't think LSL is a big fan of dominate keyword. Feels like they've been very... Yeah, they have really tried to go away from the dominate text, I agree. I do think we're going to give the Civic Steps. I think it's the better play. We're going to put the pummel on the bottom here with the sink below, and we're going to hope that we don't get too punished by blocking with the Civic Steps. Again, small window for us to get punished, but it is possible nonetheless there. It is possible. Put the, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad, you know? Yo, let's go. Torion with that Prime sub. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Whole bunch of great people you could share that with every month. I really appreciate it.
You love to see.
And Torion with the follow. Let's go, dude. Thank you guys for the support. I really appreciate that, man. It means a whole bunch. Okay, so I think this is I don't think this is a balanced turn. I think, well, man. Okay, so we have to take 6 and then take whatever they do after this. So maybe this is a balanced turn. We have to commit to pummeling the debilitate here and trying to take value of the game, or we have to commit to like just like blocking 3 and then blocking whatever else they do and then throwing the hammer. There's still one more pummel in the deck, so like I think we want to be playing aggressively here, if I'm being honest. I think we want to be playing aggressively. Let's keep the Terra Sunder in the deck. And we're just going to commit to taking some damage here to throw debilitate pummel. Yep, we'll go to 16. It is what it is. Like, we're not in a great spot right now, but we got to play to get back into the game, not to not lose here. Robert, to answer your question, I have added the third pummel to the deck since we're on Tunic. I think being on Tunic means that having the third pummel with Tunic is the correct play, because I think you get a ton of value off playing pummel with Tunic. So I think that that's like the better line we could be looking for here. I'm kind of surprised to see him play the Blood Rush Bellow there. I don't really think that's a great play from Nick, but I think it'd probably be better off to just Arsenal the Blood Rush Bellow. It's block 4 here. Oh yeah, this was going to be for 6, but it's for 4 because of the debilitate. So we take nothing. Nick discards. Oh, he comes in for 7 here. I mean, considering we have the third pummel coming up, do we just want to Arsenal this? Or would we be better off Arsenaling the Chokeslam here? Like, we're going to block 5, take 2, and then Arsenal here. There's a second Reckless Swing, so we have confirmed that Nick has the second Reckless Swing. Let's tell Nick we're thinking here. The easiest line is to block 6 and throw the hammer here. Or maybe it's block 6 and Arsenal the Rouse and try to set up for a good go again hand. I don't know. There's a lot of good cards here. If you were asking me, King, I don't play Red Macho Grande, but if I was on Red Macho Grande, yes, that is a pitch stack card every time, I think, in my opinion. I could take 7, go to 9, throw 8, and then Arsenal the Command and Conquer. Let's do that. It's very greedy, but I think that's an okay line because we have Tunic coming up. I think this is okay. I still think this is okay. He discards an Agile Windup on my turn before I even do anything, which I'm going to be honest, Nick does that on Talishar. I've talked to Nick a couple of times, and he does that on Talishar because he's just impatient, and it's very wrong in my opinion because, like, now Nick made an agility token, and I'm throwing, like, Chokeslam at him. Like, I don't think it's correct for him to discard that before he even sees what I play there. I hate Rouse, Arsenal late game. It can be very bad, John. There's a lot of, like, times when it can be very bad. Late game, like, the Chokeslam can be, like, pretty rough. Or I'm sorry, the Arsenal, the Rouse and the Arsenal can be rough. Excuse me, because you're required to keep 3 cards to be able to get a lot of value out of it. So it can be tough. I hear what you're saying. I definitely hear what you're saying. So Rain, yeah, I'm probably looking at playing Tunic moving forward. I don't know about permanently, if I'm being honest, but I am definitely looking at playing Tunic this weekend of ProQuest. Even though I felt like I had a very successful weekend in Atlanta with the deck, I still think that I would have been better off to try and play Tunic in that deck, personally, over trying to run the... have we only seen 1 test of strength? I think I would have been better off doing that over trying to... I'm having a stroke. Over running tech plating this past weekend. Like, don't get me wrong, tech plating has, like, a lot of value and is very good in, like, matchups here. Nick picked buff power here, and, like, I don't know if he realizes Chokeslam isn't active here. I mean, he does have a card in hand, which means he could throw Claw at me if he wanted to. I guess we can go this route. Go to 7. We only have 2 more points of life that we can give up here. So we're going to go E-Strike. Cranial Crush on the bottom for go again. And then we're probably going to throw the CNC if it means Nick has to block. So Nick's at 7. Nick doesn't have to block the Command and Conquer. I don't know. Like, that's a really tough decision. Oh, I think let's throw the hammer. I think let's throw the hammer here, and then we can try to block 3 cards and throw the CNC next turn. I don't know. Tunic is superior? I don't know that that's just always true. Like, I don't think that that's always just true. Like, I like, there's a lot of arguments to be made there, but I don't think that, like, you could just say this is better always. I think there's a lot of factors that go into that way of thinking. Ooh. For 10? So, I mean, we have to block 9 here, right? Like, I guess technically, we can give Spinal Crush, Golden Sun, block 8, take 2, go to 5, throw the CNC, and then Arsenal the disable. Since we know that Nick's probably about 15 cards away from his first Reckless, we could try to go to 3 to, like, get aggressive here. So does this end the game if we throw this? If we throw this for 10, does this end the game? We have to ask ourselves that question right now. Because I can give Spinal, Tunic, and this, take 5. Or no, I'm sorry, I'd have to give Tunic to go to 3. And then I'd have to pitch both of these to throw the Golden Sun for 10 overpower. Nick's at 6. He can block 3 from hand and Tunic and take 6. So it's always correct to do this. Take 4, go to 3. And we're going to end the game right here, knowing that Nick is like, I would say minimum 10 cards away from his hand that he wants with the Reckless Swing. And we know that he can't kill us until he gets to his second one here. So we have actively made the decision to go down to 3 so that we could technically die to double Reckless Swing, but to try to end the game right here. We get him? Let's go. You'll love to see it. All right. I think... So, recognizing that we had the line to win the game right there was very important. That's not something I've always been like phenomenal at, especially knowing that he had like Go Again coming up. Now, we didn't know that, but like recognizing that we had the line to go for the win right there was important, because like that's not always something I'm doing a super clear job of. Sometimes I am like I'm playing a little bit too defensively instead of like trying to play a little bit more offense. And there were 2 times that game that I recognized that we had the ability to go for the win or go for a better line. I think the debilitate play was like one of those lines right there. And the line where I took 7 to be able to attack back with the choke slam was very good for us right there. Nick also made the mistake of throwing the E-Strike for buff power when he should have chose draw card right there. So that's interesting as well. Hey, what's up, Moore? How are you, buddy? Yeah, we're gonna go second again. I think that going second is like to this point, like maybe a little like proven here that like it's working for us, but I don't know. Going first last game would not have been better for us looking at it. Yeah, the Golden Sun was definitely ended there. It was very nice there. Yeah, 4-0, like 5-0 tonight. Like deck's feeling pretty good tonight. Yeah, dude, I bet you do love tech plating after getting oh my god, what is this? This is awful. After getting an all foil one there, brother, or a cold foil one, I bet you do love Tudig, man. Like that you making a crock pot? Yeah, I like those. Why, Drew? That's an interesting question. Dory, Hatchet Dory or Kasai? Now, that's also an interesting question. Did it really take the 1 card I wanted to block with? All right, well, I'm a firm believer that even if it sucks, we're going to block it. We don't want to take damage on turn 0. It sucks, but it's not fun, but it is the correct block to make here, so we're going to block. 100%. Yeah, this hand was not good. To answer your question, Zero, like, I think Kasai is probably the harder matchup to play against because of the gold generation that they possess. Well, that lined up pretty well. We were rewarded pretty well there, being able to arsenal the sink below. But I mean, like, I think that Kasai is probably tougher to play against. But Hatchet Dory is very good. Like, don't get me wrong. I do not sleep on Hatchet Dory if you are a Guardian player at all. Hatchet Dory has a lot of value, and a good Hatchet Dory player will be able to put your back against the wall really quickly. I also think that the other like determining factor there is like how much have you played into Hatchet Dory, because playing into Hatchet Dory is like something that you need to be doing quite a bit of. No, I'm not really interested in clashing there again. Breaking my shield over that? Absolutely not. You can have Super Go again there, bud. We're going to go Thunk, then Wallop. We're 2 cards into our deck at this point. Block, yeah, let's block 4, take 3. I mean, yeah, we're going to give him a gold. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We played this card in this matchup because it blocks 4, not because of how cracked its ability is. If we do wind up with that card and like its ability to draw us a card, then we're very happy about it, but that's not the intentions of playing Test of Strength. We play Test of Strength into KO, into Levia, into Rhinar, into the Guardian Mirror because it blocks 4, not because of drawing a card. Hatchet Dory is terrifying. I agree. A good Hatchet Dory player is like terrifying to play against. Zach on our team has been playing Hatchet Dory, man, and like we've been getting some good games in. Like he's like been making me sweat lately against that deck. Like it's like a good Hatchet Dory player is terrifying. I agree. Yeah, no, I mean, so the turn 0 hand was awful, and like the value of Pummel has like greatly been diminished. because like now we only have one in our deck, so that when our opponent plays around the one that we have left, my opponent now knows that there's no more, and that's like a hard pill to swallow because we no longer get to like randomly bluff things. So that can be like really tough situationally. There's no world my opponent's taking 9. Do they know what this card does? All right, I have a lot of questions about that. We're now 4 cards in the pitch deck. Okay. I mean, we just give up the hand and take our advantage here, right? Like, the sink below is too good, right? Like, we just give up all of our cards, let them make 2 mites for next turn, and we're just going to take our 9-point life lead in our sink below and just go to the next turn. I think that's fine. Knowing that we have a sink below to like stuff a pulping when we need it is like major value town for us. Also, Tunic's up. Okay, this hand's pretty good. I like this hand. Okay, my opponent rolls and rolls a 2 there. Team Zach hype? Dude, I have met so many Zachs recently, dude. Like, it's awesome. Like, I love meeting like more Zachs. I'm always like such a big fan of that, like meeting more Zachs. I assume this is go again. I'm gonna put the E-Strike on the bottom here. I mean, I guess we could block with E-Strike, right? Now let's take 3 here, keep the E-Strike in our deck, and see what we draw to block with. Potentially we might just be playing the card we draw. Okay, so we're just gonna use the other E-Strike here, or I'm sorry, the other sink below. And then we're just gonna throw the Debilitate, Arsenal, the Pummel, and try to set up a hand where we can like draw into CNC Pummel or something. There's still 2 CNCs left and only 1 Pummel, so we have to be a little careful. We were also very rewarded for giving up our sink below on the first play from Arsenal instead of hand. I think that is the correct play, as it now made our opponent send packing a 3 for 6. So it was a 2-card 6, which is just on rate card, and we're no longer required to block this out, which was a huge value play for us. We're still up 4 points here, and we're getting to Arsenal or Pummel exactly like we want here. Use Tunic to throw the Debilitate here. Debilitate, not the scariest thing in the world against KO, but still it's a card that our opponent needs to block here. Zax Unite! Let's go! Are you interested in playing one of your most difficult matchups? Do you want to play Viserai into me? Dude, so I didn't know that you were Chance and Daggers also. I thought, like, I always just see you as Adam, so that's good to know. But Adam, yeah, I'm definitely down to play a game. I'm not sure which matchup you're talking about. My assumption is Viserai. But I mean, I'm definitely down to play a game. Oh, Slip, I know you're one of them. So honestly, every single person that I know named Zach, I just call them by their name because I think it's too difficult to, like call all of you Zach. So I just call everybody by their like names. Block 5, take 3, go to 29, throw 10 overpower. Seems decent. About to pummel me, bro? Blue pummel. Alright. I can safely say I was not expecting that. So we get to think about what we want to do here. I think we're going to discard the Golden Sun. I think that's what we're looking to do here. And then we're just going to pair We Have Crippling Crush at Home together for second cycle. And just come in for 4. So they're kind of like getting back their life lead here. Bro, is this Leviat? Lol. Dude, y'all are killing me right now. But yeah, I'm definitely down to play against you, sure. Like, Scepter Viz is like a really, like, it's like an impossible matchup, but I definitely need some practice into it. I think people are going to be playing Viserai a lot this weekend, considering that there were 2 copies in the top 8 of the ProQuest Plus in Atlanta this past weekend. Is Kano the worst matchup? Yeah, Kano is technically the worst matchup for Victor, even though we beat it on stream. Hey! Excuse me. It is technically the worst matchup for Victor, yeah, but like I think that Scepter Viz is like a dang close second, honestly. Okay. They just wanted the value of being able to... They like just wanted the value of being able to string those together, which, I mean, to be fair, is like a decent plan. Like, we're just gonna go E-Strike for 7 here. Like, I think that's fine. And now we have officially set up. We have Crippling Crush at home for second cycle here with the Terra Sunder Golden Sun play. We just need to make sure that we either win a gold off one of our 2 test of strengths or we keep this. Okay, so block 4, take 3. Yep. We're now up 6 points, and the pummel's coming up here. I guess it depends on like what we draw into. This is 6 go again. This feels like a good time to give Civic Steps. Hey. Now that's what you want to see right there, boy. Let's go. Let's go. This is good value for us right here. We're going to keep the Thunderquake in Arsenal. I think that's the better card to keep in Arsenal here. He's going to give me the Scowling Flesh Bag, and we're on a 50-50 chance that we get to keep the pummel at this point. So that's kind of what we're hanging into. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, we'll try to get a game together after this for sure. Just play Smack of Reality. Easy. Dude, get out of here, Tameshi. Easy. Get pummel in my arsenal for too long and IP myself. So yeah, actually, John, I think that's actually like, that's a really good question. John's question was, for anybody who didn't see it, that he feels like as a newer player, he keeps his, I mean, I kind of just want to like play this, right? Like, I don't really want to arsenal anything because we don't have Crown of Providence. I'd rather just save my Tunic for another turn. That's fine. We're still pushing through 13 points. We're still pushing through quite a bit of damage here. But yeah, though, like I 100% like hear what you're saying. The question is that like I do think you need to be using that card effectively. And if you're not, I do think that can be like pretty tough. Like I do, like if you're IPing yourself, I do think you're using it incorrectly. Just being wholeheartedly honest with you. About the Civic Steps, I think BRB is in their arsenal, and we knew it was a non-attack from the No Fear. Oh, so that's a good point. Yeah, Moore makes a good point there that like that could have been very bad for us. Wow, we win again. Man, we're let's go. You'll love to see it. That could have been a really bad scenario for us. We could have got punished pretty tough right there for making the decision that we did by giving up the Civic Steps there. If they had a BRB in their arsenal, so that is a good point. Yeah, no, that's a good thing to mention there. I appreciate you pointing that out. I appreciate you pointing that out. Again, like I just don't think we want either one of these cards in our arsenal, so we're just gonna throw Chokeslam here. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like maybe I'm not utilizing my arsenal enough here, but like we're up 12 points. We're not up on equipment, but like we're just trying to continue to play offense. Yes. Yes, getting the value of not arsenaling a card by making your Command and Conquer worthless. We're living in 2040, fam. We're living in 2040. Not really, but you guys get it. What happened? Is there a bot in the chat? Hang on. 1 second here. Let's yeah, there we go. All right, we got him out of here. Thank you guys for pointing that out. I gonna be honest, I didn't even notice that was like a bot message or whatever. So now we know how aggro really gets his views. Robert just out here throwing mad shade, bro. Did I just get a smudge on my glasses? Dang it. I hate when I do that, bro. Cranial Crush is just better than anything else we're doing here, right? Like, Cranial Crush is just probably the best thing we're doing. We can Arsenal the Disable because I think it is... It technically... I mean... We don't have any more pummels. I was going to say it plays well with the pummel, but I forgot we got rid of our first two on the opening hand there. Time for the Banathos? Dude, that's awesome. I'm going to start saying that when we ban people. But to be fair, like, we never ban anybody. Like, nobody ever gets banned. You're on a heater, by the way, for wins? Dude, thanks, John. I appreciate that, man. Hey, Maxim, what's up, buddy? So, I mean, like, I think Mangle's fine. Like, I've never really found much utility for it in the deck, if I'm being honest. It's always seemed like kind of lackluster to me, but like, I could definitely see like that card like being played for sure. Yeah, no, I agree. The Banathos is awesome. Like, that's 100%. Like, that's how we'll be referring to that from now on. 11, go again. I'm pretty incentivized to just like block. Oh, no. That is not what I wanted to do. I hate when that happens. We're going to apologize to our opponent here. Like, nothing had happened, so like there's no more information exchange, so I appreciate my opponent giving me the opportunity to go back and block differently there. Because if we keep double red in our hand like that, that's just going to be awful. But if you want a 9th 4-for-8, Mangle makes the cut. Yeah, so that's actually a really good way to look at it. Like, if you literally just want like I mean, I guess I don't, when you say 9th, like we're only playing 6 of those at red. I'm playing 3 Chokeslam and 3 Debilitate. 3 Golden Sun, so I guess if you mean like a 10th 4-for-8. I don't know. I'm not sure where you're coming up with okay, yeah, you meant 7th. Okay, that makes way more sense. No worries. That makes a lot more sense to me. You said that and then I was like having a stroke. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Bro." I was like, "No wonder Robert's winning all the time." Oh, Robert, I meant to ask you, did James tell you about our conversation? Your brother-in-law, did he tell you about us hyping him up and me calling you trash on stream? did you guys get to talk about that? Oh, man. With his new spec, yeah, Mangle might be actually like really good once we get to that point. Let's go ahead and crack a card. Yeah, so James did not tell you about this, I take it? We're going to go ahead and crack balance here. Block 3, take 5, go to 12, throw the Chokeslam. They did a good job at catching up the game right there, but we still have more armor than them, so I still think we're in a good place here. And this is a card that they kind of need to block. Also, they're at 8, so they have to block. I was left out of the loop. Interesting that they kept pulping over Wild Ride. Oh, you mean like in the deck? Yeah, I do agree that keeping Wild Ride is better in the deck just because the cards like Sink Below. I was streaming like last week, I think, and I was talking about how much I love Flesh and Blood, as I tend to do. And I was talking, and James was like, I wish someone would hype me up the way that you hype up Flesh and Blood. And like we were just kind of laughing, and I went on like this like rant hyping him up, and then like at the end I was just like, and Robert's trash. Like it was really funny. Oh man. All right, so we can just end the game if we're able to keep these cards right here, right? I mean, technically there's another Golden Sun left, so if I have to block 6 with Thunderquake and Golden Sun, I will here. But I'm pretty inclined to just like, oh man, stopping this go again is just too good, right? Like there's just too much value in stopping this go again, right? Oh, that's real depresso. God, I would love to be able to stop that. I mean, yeah, late game pulping for dominate is really good. Like, I guess, I don't know, I'm just like living in a world where like I think that I guess I'm living in a world where I think that like having wild ride is just pretty much consistent going in. I don't know. Like I think that like with the number of cards that our opponent sideboarded in, he's not really worried about us fatiguing him. Is this 3 turns of Blood Rush Bellow in a row? Like literally? Jeez, fam, this is nuts, bro. Yeah, three turns of BRB. We might be 5-1 after this, fam. We might be 5-1 after this. I think we're just trying to hang on at this point. Like, how many CNCs have we seen? Like literal CNCs, all of them. I think we might just take 3, go to 6. I'm still working under the assumption that we have. Whoa. Okay. I was not expecting that. I mean, that's true. They were all on the bottom. And like now, like there's a real possibility we lose this game. They block with 2 cards, take 1, go to 2. And then now we arsenal our sink below and hope that we can just get like insane value out of it. Oh no, that's awful. This is a terrible hand. We're definitely gonna have to use a sink below here. So block. We can block 9 and then 13 and put the Command and Conquer on the bottom and try to like draw into something better. We could alternatively block 6, 7, 8, 9 with all of our equipment, give the sink below, and try to put the disable on the bottom. Or I'm sorry, one of the debilitates. We would technically block with debilitate and disable, and then put the debilitate on the bottom and try to find the blue for Command and Conquer. With 1 card in hand, they can't really punish us for this, so I don't know. This could be incorrect. I guess, I'm sorry. I'm going to ask to block differently because I should technically keep one of the debilitates, right? I should definitely keep one of the debilitates. Yo, let's go. I'm sorry. I didn't see who gifted a membership right there. Thank you, whoever that was. I apologize. I didn't get to catch who it was in time unless that was Nick and I did miss it. But thank you, whoever gifted that membership. I appreciate it. Oh, let's go. It was Tameshi. It was Tameshi who gifted one. Dude, Tameshi, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. So we're definitely supposed to do this. Are we supposed to keep the debilitate in case we hit a blue here? Yo, Caleb, what's up, dude? This is really tough. Now the question is, what are we going to sink? Like, what are we supposed to sink here? So, like, if we draw red, we can throw this. If we draw blue, we can throw the debilitate, which is just better because it requires 3 cards. This is tough. I really wish that I had kept up with my pitch deck this game. All right, cry myself to sleep. I mean, we do get to throw the hammer for 4. We could try to draw a card here. What does drawing a card do for us here? Nothing, right? Like, now they're going to give us 1 card, go to 1 and just have the quicken, and we're probably going to lose. Ethan said 5-0. This man needs to be humbled, bro. Something tells me I'm about to humble myself by not remembering my pitch deck properly. Also, I'm playing against Scepter Viz after this, so like this is definitely about to go downhill after this, for sure. For sure. Yo, let's go. Caleb with a big hydrate. While my opponent decides how to block, we got a big hydrate. All right. Let's go debilitate, then spinal. We were 1 card off. This was pitch stack. So technically, yeah, because this is the first hand that I pitch stacked together. So I was 1 card off a pitch stack. Big Sag. Take 2, go to 4. We haven't... He discarded a Reckless Swing, which means even if he has another one... Yeah, even if he has another one, we can still go all the way down to 3 here. Yeah, let's block 6. Our opponent's at 1 and we're at 4. If we are ever able to keep a hand where we can swing hammer, it's now 2 cards the rest of the game, which means we're now doing our best Oldham impression here. Caleb said waterboarding at its finest. My man. Oh, man. Being able to keep 2 cards here would be insane, but the fact that they have an agility and a might, that feels very unlikely. So we will block like this, go to 3 in case we are able to keep the 2 cards. If they play like a Cast Bones here, it's just a claw. So we're going to give this up. And now we're at a point in the game where they're giving us 2 cards every single time we swing the hammer, which means it's now just Fatigue City from here. I haven't counted to see how many Cast Bones are left in the deck. Okay, they played them all. They played all the Cast Bones and the BRBs there. They had 3 turns in a row of Blood Rush Bellow, which was like very tough for us to try and crawl back from. Again, this is where I would be really rewarded for seeing if my opponent had pitched one, but I don't remember if they have. Yo, Tameshi gifting out a membership on YouTube and gifting out a sub on Twitch. Dude, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, brother. That means a whole bunch, man. Thank you. All right, let's try not to lose in honor of Tameshi gifting out that sub. So this being for 8, I mean, if we block 6, take 2, go to 1, we can throw 10 overpower and like end the game on the spot. It's the last Golden Sun, so it's the last overpower card we have. Oh, I don't think they've pitched another... I don't think they've pitched another Reckless Swing. Let's go for it. I think we're going to go for it. We're going to live on the edge here. Can we keep the streak alive, or did I miscount? Yep, you can have an agility. Do you have it? They do not have it. Let's go. I didn't think that he pitched another one, but man, that is one of the things that like I seriously misunderestimate sometimes, how hard it is to like actually keep up with my pitch stack, my opponent's pitch stack, and talk to the chat. Like when I'm like playing a game and like it's just me playing a game, I can sit and focus on like the game and thinking about my pitch stack and what my opponent's pitching and where we're at in the game so much better because I'm not like talking to the chat. Not that I don't like dislike talking to you guys. I love talking to you guys, but I do thoroughly enjoy being able to focus on my pitch stack when I play. Yo, let's go. At least you end among the stars. 6-0 has been pretty good so far. 6-0 has felt pretty good. No, I can't do it. Okay, so Adam can't play a game. Ethan, would you still like to humble me there, Levi boy? Caleb said another one. If Ethan has time, let's play a game against Levi. I haven't. At 6-0, we need to be checked. I haven't had my ego checked since Sunday night in the finals. Aggro, keep playing. All right, Adam, I will do, buddy. Will do. I haven't seen Ethan say anything yet, so I'm like, I don't know. Ethan may not have time to play a game. Last time I played against, I don't know why that message was held for review. Havoc, that was really weird. I don't know why that was held for review. Sorry, I just opened that up. Are Are you saying you want to play one? When you said pick me, are you saying you want to play one, Havoc? Well, I do, because I'm down to play one if you want to, man. Catch you another time, brother? Yeah, no worries, man. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, you want to play one? Let's do it, Havoc. Let's do it. All right, we got looking for Havoc. All right, let's do it. 6-0 on the night, feeling good. Zero, I get it, man. Honestly, dude, like, pitch stacking is one of the tougher parts of the game, and it's really tough to... Oh, Arachne. Boo. No, I'm just kidding, man. Good luck, brother. It's really tough to, like, keep up with... It's tough to keep up with your pitch stack. Honestly, man, the thing that I would tell you, like, the thing that, like, has helped me the most with keeping up my pitch stack with my opponent's pitch stack has been... I literally just sit and talk to myself. Like, and I know it sounds kind of crazy, but like if you go back and watch like past streams, I will literally sit and say like, I've put 7 cards back into my deck, and I'll pick out one card from the first hand of my, like the first pitch stack hand, and like try to keep up with it over and over again. Assassin game, let's go. I was like, dude, I know that you love Assassin like Azuri. I know you love Azuri, King, for sure. So I have traditionally not played the pummels in this matchup in the past, but I don't know. Maybe we're supposed to here. Like, I haven't played Tunic, so let's try pummels and see how it feels with Tunic and just play the old 68 card special here and see what we can do. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. This is not tabletop. This is actually This is Talishar. This is an online-based client made to play the game online to like help you remember triggers and stuff like that. I'm gonna take one. This is kind of like Kadachi in my opinion. Like I just kind of take the first one and block the second one. We're gonna block like this. And then we'll see what's on top of our deck with a... They sunk the top card. We're going to give Test of Strength here. And we do draw into a disable. Drawing the extra card here doesn't really matter. I'm more interested in drawing into, or like having the gold here to like be able to reclash. Getting an early gold against these decks is very important. I think let's throw Spinal. We know that they have the unmovable, but I still think it's okay to throw this here. Yeah, I saw the unmovable on the top of the deck here, which is really intriguing to me. It's very, very intriguing to keep up with all of that there. I think Arachne is generally on unmovable. Like, I think that's like Arachne has to be more defensive in my opinion than Azuri, because Azuri gets some offensive tricks here. Yeah, no problem, man. Havoc said he's thinking. But I think that Arachne traditionally has to be more defensive because they get less offensive tricks than Azuri. That's true. We don't have to worry about pitch stack if Azuri or if Arachne is bottoming cards. So technically, as far as I am concerned with pitch stack, this is 2 cards. I'm going to do my best to try and keep up with it here. So right now, technically, when we get done with this, we'll be 3 cards into our deck. I'm not going to count that since we don't know it. I'm just going to start here with 2 cards. Arachne is the honest assassin. That's the truth. Yo, Nick, what's up, dude? Yeah, 6-0 tonight, man. Feels pretty good so far. Just takes the crush effect. Interesting. Okay, so they have... Their first pitch deck hand is going to be a couple of blues and unmovable and a leave no witnesses, which is pretty good to just like block 10 and then throw a leave no witnesses second cycle. Let's go like this, and then we'll throw the choke slam. They can't shred this, so... And we've put 2 cards into our deck. We're going to go choke slam for 8 here. And this is going to be cards 3 and 4 back into our pitch deck right here. So we are all blues at this point for our first hand of pitch deck here. Nick, brother, I'm gonna be honest, man. This is like day 2 of me testing Tunic, and it's felt really clean, fam. Like, it's felt really clean. I added the 3rd pummel to like help it make it feel more clean. because I think the value of playing Tunic is that you get to play Pummel more accessibly with cards like Debilitate. We're now 4 cards into our pitch stack and we're all blues. Like, this hand is cracked. This hand is insane. I literally just get to like play Sink Below and block with it and then throw Command and Conquer Pummel here. Like, with the Tunic. This is crazy here. Like, this is just like Value Town population us. I don't think we really care about this. I think I'm just going to give the Sink Below here. Like, this is fine. We also don't have to worry about cards like Shakedown, which is like super nice in this matchup.
Freaking go.
Yo, dodge this. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out tonight. We got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're here for the first time. What's your name? What got you into Fab? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Those are the big questions we ask everybody. Hot dog toppings are kind of like a personality test, kind of like where we talk about it here, but I understand like being skeptical of running Tunic because I have been on tectonic plating for so long, Nick. Like, tectonic plating has felt so good for so long, and I am not saying that playing tectonic plating is bad by any means. I love tech plating. It is like, tech plating is like probably my favorite Guardian equipment that you get to play, but I just think that Tunic is so much better in the current metagame with the way it's set up. So, yo, Bim, what's up, dude? Yeah, we're 6-0 tonight, man. We're having a pretty good night tonight. Ben said, what about their families? Oh, man. CNC Pummel off Tunic is insane. Like, that hand, he wants to enable the chat. That hand is example number 1 of why Tunic has felt so good the last 2 days to me. He even said that dang Tunic in chat. And it's like, it's so true. Like, the Tunic has felt really good. He just said tech value. Oh, so Havoc actually came into a cold foil tech plating this weekend when we were in Atlanta, and him and I were chatting about that. And like, I think that's really cool. Like, cold foil tech plating is like one crazy expensive. It's like $1,500, but like, it's really cool. Like, it's really cool to own that card. It is better for turning on a Nothos. Yeah, like 100%. Like, being able to turn on a Nothos with the tech plating with 2 blues is major value town, especially late game. There's a lot of value in that play to be able to make that. Do I even care about this? I don't even think I care about this here. Yeah, I don't think this matters. Like, I think we're going to go to 25, lose the top card of our deck. Since they sunk it, it's random here. And then we're just going to... So he gets a silver. What is the contract on that? Attack action card. So yeah, there was a pretty good chance he was going to hit there. And then the funny part is, like, this also looks like a pummel, considering that I took all of that damage and didn't use my Sink Below for value. So this also looks like we are just running hot off the pummel right here, which is pretty good for us. I like this. Ben said Value Town was my nickname in high school. What was it your nickname in high school? Along with Thing in the Ice? Dude, I remember you, like, I remember the first time you said that to me when I was streaming one night. I remember thinking that was hilarious, dude. Yes, Deez, I come from playing Magic, and I was a burn mono red, like, aficionado. That was, like, really what I focused on. So yes, that is exactly where my name comes from, fam. And if you have played Magic before, you almost immediately recognize where my name is from, honestly. So, like, it's cool to, like, I appreciate you you noticing that's like where my name comes from. That's fun to see that. I think I'm just gonna give the Sink Below here and put the E-Strike on the bottom and try to find a blue, because if I do find a blue, I can pummel the Debilitate here. We find a Test of Strength, so we get another chance if Havoc attacks us here. If not, we're just going to pitch the Test of Strength and the Thunderquake to be able to throw the Debilitate, Arsenal to pummel, and set up here. Just dodge is all right. Play Fab just because. Wanted to compete on something that's not FPS esports related anymore, and we don't really eat hot dogs on buns here in our country. Oh, you eat hot dogs with rice. Ooh, I haven't heard that one. That's cool, man. I shouted no blocks and scared my wife. That's what Havoc just said. Bro, he kills me. He's so funny, dude. I got to meet Havoc this weekend. His name's Zach, dude, and he is like Havoc is hilarious, bro. Yeah, I was like I thoroughly enjoyed getting to meet him this weekend. Rice with hot dogs, that's cool. And Dodge, that works. That works, man. Well, dude, welcome to the channel. Oh yeah. Num 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 num. You love to see it off the top of the deck there. But yeah, no, welcome to the channel, man. Good God. I think arsenaling the pummel and throwing the Golden Sun is better here. God, excuse me. I think this is a better play. And we are going to break one of our gold pieces here, but dude, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the game. I appreciate you being here and hanging out with us, man. Absolutely, man. Game's a lot of fun. He said, hell yeah, glad I didn't whiff that. Yeah, most people that like play Magic they play or have played Magic understand where my name come from. Because I played mono red for a long time. Like that was like all I really played in Magic, honestly, for the longest time. Hey. I don't like this hand at all. Oh, brother. This guy stinks. Quotes from SpongeBob you should know. Alright. So we get to go Zealous into Hammer here using the Tunic. Which is pretty good for us here. It's like the Fortnite of card games? Bro, what? Did you just call Magic the Fortnite of card games? What did I even just hear you say? What? Dude, Slip, you ain't getting me with no propaganda jokes. You can get out of here, man. You got me twice. You got me twice. You just need to take the win and go home with that, dude. Bro. Oh, man. This is the hate blue decks on MTG community. Oh, that's funny. I've never really considered it that way, but like, yeah, like the mono red decks, like if you haven't played Magic before, like they do traditionally like really beat up on the they do traditionally really beat up on like the blue slower controlling style decks. Yeah, that was why I liked it. I don't think Magic's like, I don't know. Fortnite's better than Magic. Don't at me. Hey, Chile, what's up, dude? How are you? Okay, Harrison, let's calm down, dude. Let's chill out. Fortnite is not basic, bro. From mono red player to Victor player, dude. Like it's wild, fam. Like listen, I played nothing but like mono red aggro, like burn. Like I played mono white humans for a while. Like if it was an aggro deck, I played it when I played Magic. And then you can ask Carly. You literally can ask Carly. I told Carly that when I came to Flesh and Blood, I did not want to fall into the trap of just repetitively playing the same thing all the time. Oh, excuse me. That I wanted to be playing decks that were different and decks that I didn't understand and decks that like challenged me in a way that I had not been challenging myself in Magic previously. And so that's why I started branching out, like playing yeah, let's break a gold and target ourselves. Terra Sunder? Oh, boo. That sucks. All right, well, no CNC pummel for us here. But yeah, no, I wanted to challenge myself in a way that I hadn't in a long time playing Magic. So I like stepped out of my comfort zone. I was playing like Oldham. I was playing Bravo. Like I was playing like all kinds of like other like random decks to try and make myself better at Flesh and Blood. Instead of just falling into the same trap of playing the same hero in the same deck all the time. All right, so Havoc's telling me here that he messed up. He's going to start over his turn here, and I'm still going to go through and like reclash and everything because it's exactly what I would do. Why? Havoc said you dropped this Crown King? Lol. Oh, Plague Hive? I don't know if it will. It's random, I think. I don't know how that works, to be honest. But yeah, no, like I should have blocked with the Trounce and the Rouse the Ancients there. That was just a flat out mistake on my part. Oh, hey, it did work. It did give me a Frailty this time around. Cool. Listen, bro. Listen, okay, I see everybody throwing massive amounts of shade about me playing Fi in the chat over there. I did Clash again, and then it didn't work out that time either. But yes, I did play Fi for a long time. Okay, get out of here. Okay, let's not doing this. Y'all don't need to be out there judging me. Yeah, it is very easy to fall into that trap. I 100% agree of playing the same, like, of playing a deck you know and like and enjoy. The original, one of the most popular games in its genre that stays relevant by buying every IP in the world. No, that tracks. I love all the shade being thrown at other card games right now. I really do. Like, I'm not being sarcastic. I mean, this hand just kind of sucks. Like, if we go to 18, like, I genuinely think that, like, we're just supposed to, like, block here. I don't know. I think we're just supposed to block here. Yo, Deez, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here, man. We got those same 3 questions for you, brother. What's your name? What got you into Fab? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Play more fun, I'd say Olympia and Betsy to scratch that itch. I mean, that's fair. Was there a question I missed somewhere? Fab about a month ago. What's a fun Warrior Guardian deck to try? So, like, as far as, like, I don't know, like, that's tough, man. Like, are you, like, so let me ask you this. Are you looking for something that's, like, uber competitive, or are you looking for something that's, like, genuinely just fun to play and something that, like, you'll just have a blast trying to play? And I asked that question very genuinely because, like, I'm a very competitive person. I'm always looking to, like, be more competitive if I can. So, like, that's why I asked that question. Caleb, I'm out of water, but I got you with a big hydrate after this. Bolton is a very fun mechanic deck. Looking for something fun to play but might win an armory with? I would tell you that, like, Guardian, like, something that's fun to play that you might win an armory with. Like, I'd probably look at playing Bravo because his ability, like, is just, like, good and has a lot of value. And if you're looking at playing Warrior, I would tell you that Bolton is a really solid hero and probably pretty cheap to get into right now. Can't be called Aggro Blaze without playing Blaze Headlong. I love that, dude. The overall worst hero in the game? Ah, man, that's such a, like, hard decision to make, in my opinion. There's so much, like, there's so many, like, situational decisions to make right there. I just don't know what the straight up answer to that is. Betsy is probably towards the top of that list. Like, Betsy's really bad. Olympia is not very good until he gets new support. Like, there are a lot of, like, tough heroes in the metagame currently. I think I'm just going to say no blocks here and just try to go for, like, this Spinal Crush Pummel play. But we'll see if this is, like, a coercive tendencies. And if it is, then we're probably going to be looking at blocking the rest of the turn here. Feelings are hurt. I'm sorry, Harrison. I'm sorry, brother. You know I love you, Harrison, but, like, Betsy's tough, man. She's just a worse Bravo. I was looking at Betsy too. Sad to hear that. I'm sorry, man. I do agree, Turion, that, like, I do think that Olympia gets a lot better with that new spec. 100%. I wholeheartedly agree with that, fam. Wholeheartedly. So I think that, John, like, to your point, I think that's why they went out of their way to make an Olympia spec in this set instead of just, like, making, like, good warrior cards. Because I hear what you're saying. Like, that is a big problem for a long time, is that when Azalea got help, Lexi got help. So, like, that was also, like, a big problem we were running into in the metagame. I hear what you're saying. I don't think he has any LL. I don't think he has. Is Tekla the only hero right now without LL points? Like, is that 100% true? Like, are we for certain on that? Because I wholeheartedly believe you guys if that's the truth. I don't know, if I'm being honest, so. Are we cracking a silver here? We going drawn? I'm about to meme. Stop me if I shouldn't. He said, I'm about to meme, and I told him, I said, dude, I said, it's all you. So he didn't play the coercive tendency there. Bro, what? I wholeheartedly see what he was saying now. You get an agility, a might, and a vigor. Bro, that's so cool. Yeah, hitting a red off the top is like, that's tough right there. The play probably should have been to pitch the 2 reds and throw Spider's Bite at me, and then play coercive tendency to throw this at me. Arsenal the Favor Scene. Or I guess he couldn't have done that, right? I don't know. That's an interesting choice right there. I think we're just going to give him the tokens and throw Spinal Crush here, right? I think it's fine. Dude, what is up with all these freaking bots tonight, bro? What is going on with the bots tonight? I don't get a lot of bots in my chat. Like, wholeheartedly, we just don't get a lot of bots in the chat. I don't know what's going on. Thank you for letting me know that they're here, though, because like I want them gone. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on with all the bots tonight in the chat. That's crazy. I mean, Teklo is a very hard deck to get going. I definitely hear what you're saying, but like I think that Teklo Vossen gets a lot of like stocks now that Dromai is gone. He still has a really tough matchup in Kano, but I do think that like Teklo Vossen stocks go up quite a bit here. Like 100% they go up quite a bit. Okay. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. Oh man, this is so good. There's so much value here. Oh man. I'm sorry, Havoc. When you're watching this later, I'm sorry. He said you are fed. Oh, did he mean to pass right there? Oh. I just get to Arsenal this? I hope nothing else but this is fun. Yeah, he wants to undo. Did he let the... Man, he's like... Let's see if he wants to undo. I mean, we can go back to my turn. Like, that's fine. Like, if he wants to play something different, I would much rather him, like, play a better card here. Like, and us play, like, a better game here. So, the truth is, at this point in time, I still would just, like, take 3 here. Or, I'm sorry, take 4 here, I guess. And lose a card off the top of my deck. I don't know why that worked differently. Oh, he sunk a card. Target ourselves. Okay, yeah, I was like, I don't know why that worked differently there, but okay, anyway, we figured it out. We figured it out. What happened? Turn on follower mode, maybe? I could turn on follower mode. Havoc just said in the chat that he's been drinking too much this week. Work events go hard. That's hilarious. But yeah, no, like like I could turn on follower only mode on Twitch, but like I'm gonna be honest, like I don't know, like there are a lot of people who come into my chat who like they don't know the game or like they're unfamiliar with me or something like that, and so like I like for them to be able to chat without feeling like they have to follow. Like I've seen quite a few streamers like that I've enjoyed watching and like seeing their stuff, but it's like follower only mode, and it's like don't get me wrong, if you like a streamer, you should never be hesitant to like drop them a follow. Because like I wholeheartedly think that like you following like a small streamer like makes their day infinitely better. But I do absolutely like I think that follower only mode like just encourages people to like not be there sometimes, and I think that can be tough. If he doesn't have it, we got it. He just said there she is. All right. I mean, honestly, I think that's like kind of like what like the Arachne matchup looks like. Like, I think that that's like a tough matchup for like the like Assassin Arachne players as a whole. Just because of like how aggressive we can be with pummels and stuff like that. And I think Tunic just makes it better. Oh, you think it's instantly needed for small streamers? I'm intrigued by that, Ludiful. I would be curious to hear about that. His poor family gone from pummel. Dude, y'all are killing me with the whole family stuff tonight. Okay, I'm going to take a short break. I got to use the bathroom. I'm going to get a water to do the big hydrate that Caleb did just a few minutes ago so we can stay up to date. And then when I come back here in just a minute, we're going to play one more game before we call it a night. So if you guys are... if you're hanging out on Twitch, YouTube, wherever you're at, you're enjoying the stream, you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Really helps me out, goes a long way. 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. Okay, short break, and we're back. Let's see if we can finish it off with a clean sweep here. An 8-0 on the night. That would feel pretty good. Yo, Safirman. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us tonight. All right, here we go. We got a Prism. Oh, it's Slip. Look at Slip stream sniping us out here. Let's go. Time to get crushed by Slip. I'm so ready. As an Azuri player, I'm curious to know how you feel playing into Azuri. Thanatos, I think that Azuri is trickier than Arachne, but like there's a lot of like interesting nuance to the matchup because like what you're going to Azuri in and how the clashes line up say a lot. In my opinion. We're gonna be on all three. No, we're just gonna be on the 2 pummels here. This is the 60 that I run with the 2 pummels in just to try and help us play offense. And the Pulverize is there mostly as a popper. And we do have AB1. think we can just pass here, right? Just see what Slip decides to do. See if he does anything on turn 0 here. Take viewer games. I like to practice against Victor for sure for PQ prep. Oh, dude. So this is my last game of the night tonight. But if you want to play a game one night, I'm totally down. Anytime I stream, I'm always happy to like play against people and like practice and like test a little bit. So like if you're ever wanting to like play me and you're hanging out, just let me know and we'll play for sure. Having said I love you, thank you for kicking my ass. Dude, I'm happy we got to play, man. You should have. I know why you weren't, because we were playing, but dude, you should have heard me hyping you up, man, when we were playing. I was talking about how like awesome it was to meet you and how much I thoroughly enjoyed getting to meet you this past weekend. So, okay, we do pay for footsteps and then pass our turn. Okay. If we had the tunic up, we'd be able to go Spinal Crush here, but we can't, so. Dude, absolutely, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Hey, Michael, how are you, brother? You doing all right, man? Let's go Zealous Belting into Le Hammer. It's around his neck? What are you talking about? Oh, dude, his headband did fall down. What a flavor loss for me, dude. Let's go. What an L for me. Also, what's going on, dude? How are you? How are you, Sir William? Every time I see your name, I always think of A Knight's Tale. That's like what it makes me think of when I see your name.
Let's freaking go. You love to see
Yo,
it.
Nelp, that's who. What a name. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate you being here and hanging out with us tonight. It means a whole bunch. This hand is not very good, but it does play around the Herald of Triumph, so we won't complain too much here. Just passes. So I think what we're going to do is use Tunic. See if he flashes anything in. He does not, and we're going to throw the Spinal Crush here. And then we're going to Arsenal CNC and try to wait for a pummel here to try and get it set up here. Thought about something for Victor. You might like it since you're a fan of tech plating. I do like tech plating. The next big event for me, like if you're talking like big events, is probably going to be Nationals. There is still current debate about me going to Richmond at the beginning of May, but it's not looking very likely at this point. It's just a lot of money and a lot of traveling here, like over the next a very short period here. So we're just kind of hanging out at this point. Maybe going to Nats for sure. I've already booked everything for Nats, but we'll see after that what the plan is there. We're going to throw the CNC here, and since we just Arsenal it, there is a decent chance that we could be pitching the yellow to fake out Slip with the pummel here. It is possible. It's 3 a.m. in Portugal, but I love the energy, dude. When the game blows up, you're already its face for me. Well, dude, Deez, I really appreciate that, man. That is a super nice compliment, and I really appreciate that, brother. I appreciate you being here and hanging out, man, and I hope you have a good night. I understand it being late. Let's attack them, and then we can hammer the Pierce Reality here. Might end up going to Nats. Dude, you should definitely be at Nats. I would love to see everybody. If you're going to be at Nats, please come see me. Please come see me if you're going to be at Nats. Oh, you're not from the US? Dude, coming to US Nats when you're not from the US is like crazy, fam. That's like wild to think about. I couldn't imagine even considering going to another country to play in a calling. Since that's my reason to play Victor, you're just all about winning the clashes. I mean, listen, winning clashes is good. It's there's a lot of value in winning clashes. I do hear you there, man. So my wife's sister is also in a relationship with a Zach, and it's a testament to our namesake, how good of a person Zach's can be. Dude, absolutely, Havoc. 100%, brother. We could get blown out here if we decide to take this line, but I think we're going to anyway. This could be bad if he has Arclight here, but he doesn't. So we'll just throw Chokeslam for 9. I don't really know, like, if Slip has, like, had some pretty bad hands here or what's going on. I'm not 100% sure here. Oh, if you're from Canada, it's not that big of the deal. Yeah, like, you're pretty close, especially, too. If you're in Canada, like, you're probably not far from Minnesota, if I had to guess. I'm trying to find the no problem button. Yeah, I also, like, know that Slip's 6, so, like, that could be a big part of it here, what's going on here. But, yeah, no, for sure. Okay, sorry, Quinn. I know I missed your message a minute ago. Plus Time Skipper's tech for Prism that's going around. Seems super sideboard intensive, but maybe worth it at Prism. So, Quinn, I was having this discussion earlier about the concept of playing Time Skippers and playing like maybe a Nothos and like trying to keep like an E-Strike in Arsenal and waiting to try and like break the loop when it comes up. And I definitely think that there's like some real like validity to trying to play something like that. I think there's like some like real validity to like trying to play something like that and trying to make that a thing. So I don't So I don't know. I haven't really tested that yet. And if Prism becomes a whole lot more popular, then you'll probably see me out here testing that to see if I like that or not. But until that really becomes a thing, like that's probably not going to be like a big thing for me. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. We do get to put him to 9 here, though, which is pretty good. We get to put him to 9. And then next turn, we're going to have to kill the Arclight no matter what. So we're going to have to kill the Arclight. And then we're probably going to have to kill the Genesis here, too. Like, it's not for sure that we need to kill the Genesis. That's kind of like on a situational basis, in my opinion. But I do like killing the Genesis. We're going to kill the Arclight over pitching here, arsenaling the Debilitate. We do not have, or no, I'm sorry. We don't have any way to generate gold in this matchup. So like being able to like throw the Golden Sun is not at the top of my priority list here. If this is a Herald of Triumph hand, this could be bad for us. Flips Protection. Or I'm sorry, flips Erudition to draw 2 cards. This hand is pretty solid. So I think I'm going to take 4 here and try to maybe end the game here. Prism is always a thing, sir. We have a cult. Josh out here representing. I mean, that's true. I guess Canada is pretty large. Like, that's true. Like, it could be a long way or it could be close. Let's block like this. Maybe trying to pummel the Debilitate is not the correct line of play. Maybe I should just be focusing on trying to kill the Genesis here. I don't know, another one. And the Library? Ugh. I mean, I don't know. Like, let's try to go for it here. Like, he has 5 points of, like, just, like, protection here, like, in play at all times here. And with the Library, it's going to make this very tough for us. But I think we, like, maybe try to go for it here. You're playing 35 blues? I'm on 32. I do feel like that 32 is a little low sometimes, so I do understand that frustration. Yeah, I mean, I do agree that it's always correct to kill Genesis here, but like with my opponent at 9, I'm intrigued at the proposition of maybe being able to like try and push enough damage over to end the game. But I do agree that like as a general rule of thumb, always killing Genesis is the correct play. Take 4, go to 5. Okay. Well, that's the last one we're going to see until we get back around to his pitch stack here. So let's pitch the Rouse. We'll Arsenal the E-Strike here, and we'll set up a little bit. No, we do not want to skip Arsenal. All right. We have the good, like, we have a popper that plays around like a Triumph here, which is pretty good. I try to be patient in board control, but Sarai and Genesis is hard. Yeah, some of them are, like, tough, because, like, there is some world where, like, if you can keep certain things off the board, you can actually just leave the Genesis in play. Because it just like gets them closer to fatiguing. So there is like that possibility there. But like this is one we absolutely have to kill. Like, this is one that has to die. I don't even want to let this hit. Like, I think we'll take the Arcane. And then this is E-Strike, so we could E-Strike this down, actually. We can block with the Wallop and the Gauntlets here to cover this up because we don't want to give them any life. So a pretty good turn right here could be pop this with the Spinal Crush. Okay, so they don't actually do anything that requires us to pop this here. But what I am going to do is we're going to go again at the Soraya, putting the Spinal Crush on the bottom, and then we're going to hammer the Passing Mirage, Arsenal the CNC, and wait on our second pummel to come back to come up here. Yeah, you can shoot it to me on Discord. I'm always happy to like see other people's lists and like see what people are working on. 100%. Like, that's like a constant world that I live in where I'm always happy to like see other people's decks and like see what's working for people and how they feel. Depending on how like bad like Slip Bullies is here, we might want to put time snap in. Or I'm sorry, not time snap, time skippers. Goes up to 3 Spectral Shields here. Okay. Oh, no, Tameshi, you're good, man. Welcome back. The Switchboard matchup is, like, almost impossible, dude. He can loop you now, can he? Herald into Soul, get Rebirth, and start loop. If he hits with something, yeah, he can. He has to be able to hit with something, though. Right? He has to be able to actually go get it because he doesn't have Illumination anymore. He had to use Illumination to, like, try and get him out of a spot, I think. Like, these turns right here are just so good for me. There's so much value in these turns where he literally just does this. And then I think we're just looking at killing the Genesis here. Like, at this point in the game, our hand doesn't really do anything super offensive, so we're just looking at trying to play defense. With 5 cards, it's not likely that I get to keep a 3-card hand, but it would be phenomenal if I could give Spinal Crush and then, like, try to throw Out Muscle here. But Out Muscle, if I'm being honest, is really just a popper, guys. Like, I know that, like, that's, like, a pretty, like, weird take. But I think that, like, that's really just a popper here. You have 35 blues because you're on Time Skipper. I mean, that makes sense. Like, that wholeheartedly makes sense. I view this as a popper. Like, Out Muscle is a popper in this matchup. And occasionally, if we're, like, living in, like, 2040, where I'm just like, hey, and we've like pitch stacked it in a way that like I know that their hand doesn't allow for them to have it, we could like play to that. Let's pop this here. Maybe flash in something here. I mean, I don't really know why he buffed that. I guess he just wanted to get that out of his hand. And then we're going to kill the last Genesis here. And then from here, we're probably going to be looking to try and play CNC Pummel. But the problem is with 4 Spectral Shields in play, I'm just kind of always in a spot where like it's just not going to be great. Yeah, give a popper here. Like, again, I would love to be able to keep the 3-card hand here and play offense. And we can because of this Pierce Reality, which is awesome. So we get to throw this at our opponent, and then we get to throw the hammer at the Pierce Reality. I have no interest in letting him keep anything on board. I'm at 35, and like Slip's hands have really not lined up in a productive fashion. I hate that it's getting hot. He dabbed, get him. Oh, Drew out here, the fun police. Good lord. Oh, man. I mean, we might be at a point where the game's over. I don't know. With only 20 cards left in deck, I'm still, like, trying to play, like, on high alert right now. If I were playing in a tournament, I would still be playing high alert right now. Wholeheartedly. Okay, there's that last Arclight Sentinel. I think we just want to pitch the pummel, right? Like, we just want to pitch the pummel to kill the Passing Mirage. I think it's the best thing for us to be doing here. Was probably correct for me to pitch a card that wasn't a 6, like a 7, so that we could technically play around a Rebirth second cycle. would have been the better play here, I think, for me, but it's tough to say. Don't give aggro a big head. I don't think you guys have to worry about that. Gets to make 2 spectral shields. We'll block 3. No, I'm sorry. We should. No, that's still correct. Hammer just kills the angel here, so. I think I want to kill this over the Genesis. At this point, the Genesis is kind of fatiguing him, so. Dude, Josh is always talking trash, bro. That's like Josh's MO, is he just likes to talk trash. Like, it's like one of the things I love about Josh, honestly, that he's always talking trash. The headband keeps his ego from growing, bro. I love that. Love your deck list and video. Kevin, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate those kind words, dude. That means a whole bunch, man. Thank you so much. If we block 9, we're playing around the yellow card that gives -3 here. It's probably not in his list. Most people haven't been on it at this point, but I think it is technically the most correct thing to do here. Slip might be at a point where like he realizes the game is over and he's playing it out because he knows I'm streaming. And not only for my practice, but you know, like because he's my friend, I do thoroughly appreciate him doing that. This is the +1 counter. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. We're just going to go ahead and kill the Genesis here. Like, we're just trying to keep things off the board at this point. 11 cards left in deck. The Arclight Sentinel is going to be in his next hand. Right? Or is it in this hand? I think it's in the next hand. I think it's like second from the top. I wasn't entirely counting, but that is a lot of shields. That is indeed a lot of shields. I do hear you. Just need to watch you beat up more Dory. Is that a matchup you play a lot of, Kevin? Do you play against a lot of Dory? I mean, we're just going to pay. Like, it doesn't matter. At this point, like, as long as we're not, like, resource starved, like, we're just going to be paying. Like, it's fine. Yep, we have Arcane Barrier, and so we're just going to be using it. I guess we'll Arsenal the Disable here. That's fine. I don't know. Like, I don't think it... Like, we have Crown if we need it, so, like, we're always going to get out of jail free card. If we get into a point to where I have the ability to use Tunic, I will. I'm going to give Thunk here, because without a card in hand... I mean, I guess technically I could give 2 cards. There's nothing else they can do from here, right? Technically, like, they're wholeheartedly just out here. That's not worth. Let's go to 32. We should not give 2 cards here. I don't think that's worth. We had 6 players in the last armory. It was 3 Dories, and I played all 3. Oh, dude. Are you Zus on Discord? Like, are you actually... is that you? Were we talking? Like, was that you? Like, was that us talking on Discord the other day when you were telling me about that? Or was that ironically someone else who actually ran into the same thing? Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. That now it all lines up in my head there. I really hope I attack the angel. Yeah, I want to keep the angel off the board. But yeah, no, like, dude, no, that makes way more sense. Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. Like, Dory is a matchup that provides a lot of, like, intricacies, and they provide a lot of, like, they have a lot of really good lines that can punish you in certain situations. This should be the Arclight hand, if I'm not mistaken. Light of Soul into Figment of Ravages. Well, like to see that get out of here. It just goes into their soul, right? No, what does Light of Soul say? You may put it into your hero's soul, so you don't have to. I mean, by throwing Going in here, we do technically take quite a bit of damage. But I think this is the best play here. Like, what is this, 14 damage? So this was probably wrong. I'm probably just supposed to kill... I'm going to ask Slip if he cares if I attack differently here. I'm going to hit undo and request this, and then I think what we're going to do is just kill the Merciful. I think that is the best thing we can be doing. I think I would rather just kill the Merciful here. I don't know that he can loop me at this point in the game. I don't think it's possible for me to get stuck with a loop here. What are my locals pro quest? May 4th or drive down to Richmond for the Battle Hardened? Yeah, he just said don't want to take 14 arcane, and I was like, nah, fam, I don't. Oh, I realized right as I went to attack that it was going to be actually like a truckload of damage I was going to have to take right there. So I'm very glad that I played that a little bit more patiently there. And that slip was cool with me taking that back at that point in time. But I think you should go to the Battle Hardened, man. Of course, I say that like I would always tell people to go to like the bigger events, just because I think it's more fun, personally. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to pitch the Cranial Crush. It's fine. Like, we're going to go Cranial Crush, Debilitate, Rouse, Debilitate. And then the Cataclysm here is actually, like, pretty good for me. I think I'm supposed to take this here. I was probably supposed to use Tunic right there. Misstep on my part. 8 go again. We get to give 2 cards here. Take 2, go to 29. And then we have the we get to go ahead and use Tunic for this. There's nothing else he can throw after this, so what we're gonna do is block 3, kill the Angel. Once we kill the Angel here, I don't know that there's many threats left in Slip's deck that actually have the ability to kill us here. I'm going to the Calling where aggro will miss me. Are you talking about in Tampa? When is Battle Hardened San Francisco? I meant to ask that the other day. When is San Francisco? Is that soon? Is that coming up soon? Like, I don't know when that is. Yeah, that's fine. We're just going to take the arcane damage here. We don't have an like overwhelming amount of blues in our hand, so we're just okay with just like actually like taking the arcane damage here, especially considering that we're like in the high 20s right now, I guess mid 20s. San Francisco's this Saturday? Oh wow, so that's right around the corner. That's exciting. That's cool. If I wasn't going to be at ProQuest all weekend, I'd say I could watch it. I'll probably try to watch some of it in the car. Will probably be the play wholeheartedly. Let's kill passing, pitching these bad boys, and then we'll pay for the arcane here from the Retribution. Stay at 26. I mean, at this point, we're literally just trying to get through all of his auras. Like, that is the game plan. We're trying to get through the auras so that when we get through the auras and we actually kill the Merciful Retribution, we can get to a spot where we are just... Wait, I thought I already killed this thing. I literally thought I already killed this thing. He must have put it back into his deck and I missed it here. Yes, having Arclight Sentinel in play does actually stop his loop. Yes, you are correct, Kevin. And thank you for the good luck at the ProQuest. I appreciate it, man. Came back with Rebirth. Yeah, that's I assumed that was like the case there and I just wasn't paying attention. So I think we're going to take the Arcane. I'm going to give Crown and the Wallop here since they both pretty much, like, it's fine. Knowing that I was going to draw blue, I could have just, like, pitched a card here. I could have pitched the Macho Grande. But I think I would rather just keep this the way it is. Rebirth is going to get... I don't even know what he's going to get here because I'm just going to leave the Merciful in play and then he can't Arc-like loop me. I don't know. It's a Figment of Triumph. I kind of wish I had a Go Again card right here. Like, Go Again to, like, be able to, like, clear this up would be very good for me. So we are going to kill the Rebirth, right? Like, that's just the better thing to kill here is just Rebirth. We kill Rebirth. We don't take any damage. We're going to Arsenal the red disable, and then we're just going to pass. And we want to give the highest value thing we can here, just in case there is like some random like nonsense here. Again, I think we're just taking the Arcane here. So that actually means I have to keep 2 cards if I want to be able to kill the Soraya. I mean, does his life matter here at this point? We go to 15, he goes to 12. Like, his life doesn't matter. It's about getting this stuff off the table at this point, right? All right, that works. Okay. We're just trying to hang on at this point. Like, I think it's pretty clear that, like, I'm literally just trying to hang on to the game at this point. Like, we're just trying to stay alive right here. He does put Soul Shield into his arsenal. He just said lol. Like, I think just realizing that, like, him putting that in there is just kind of, like, a meme at this point. Which, like, I get. Like, I hear what he's saying. We'll pitch the Rouse here to prevent the Arcane, because there's probably going to be more Arcane if I had to guess this turn. They get an action point back. I don't think there's any more Triumphs left in the deck. Yeah, we just got to stay alive at this point. Like, that is, I don't think there's any more attack actions left in his deck, which means we just get to kill the Retribution here. And once we kill the Retribution, we're going to pitch to pay. And then from here, it is literally just, like, hammering the rest of the game. Like, we're just going to hammer him the rest of the game. That's all that we're worried about doing from here. Slip said GG. I didn't mean to not respond back. I just missed it. And he just passes back. I mean, yeah, we'll just go ahead and throw the Spinal Crush here. Like, just throwing our cards at this point. He takes 3, goes to 9, loses all of his Spectral Shields here. I assume that, like, there's just nothing left. Imagine fatiguing your friends. This guy's a character. Bro, listen. Slip knew the kind of matchup we were going to play when he signed up for this, bro. He knew exactly what we were playing when we signed up for this. You don't get to paint me as a bad guy here, Drew. Get out of here. Oh, the card that pitches for Soul, and then he has the 2 Soul Shields, and then another card, the Arclight Sentinel. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that, like, I don't know if there was ever really an opportunity for Slip to set up the loop there. I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to keep things off the board that were, like, you know, just, like, gonna, like, potentially kill me or put me in a bad situation there. So, like, that is wholeheartedly the, like, game plan at the end of the game was just, we're just trying to stay alive there. We're just trying to stay alive. I mean, dude, 8-0's not a bad day in the office. Oh, you weren't trying to loop? That's fair, man. I always played it like you probably are trying to, and if you don't, then, like, you know, it is what it is. It works out for me. Oh, my card died while I was streaming. My car died behind me. Yeah, Sag. Oh, well. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for all the follows, all the members. Tameshi, thanks for, like, the gifted member and the gifted subscriber. A couple subs and everything, guys. Like, I really appreciate it. You guys being here and hanging out. Flesh and Blood continues to grow, and this game is wonderful and amazing, and, like, all the support I get from you guys, it really means a lot. Both on Monday night when I streamed and tonight we've reached into, like, the 60+ viewer count tonight, and that's only happened once before this. Ever, wherever I've crossed over into 60, and we've done it back-to-back nights. So, guys, I really appreciate it. It means a whole lot, like, all the support you guys give. It, like, really makes my heart swell up. I really appreciate it. If you guys are playing in the Battle Hardened in San Francisco this weekend or in ProQuest, good luck to everybody. If I'm going to see you at a ProQuest, please come say hi to me. I'd love to meet you guys. And other than that, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Take it easy, guys.